Oh, there it is. Oh man, I just ruined my intro. The Geekcast. Welcome everyone to the Quitstalling Geekcast. I'm your host. I have the power today, and I'm Herald Silvestre. Welcoming you to the Quitstalling Media Studio. And we got a packed house today and so much to talk about, so we're gonna get straight into it. With me today is the man known to his grasshoppers as the sensei of humor himself, Derek O'Brien Man.
What is up, everybody? Hello. Good to be here. Excited to be here. Guys, I am so excited to talk about this. It was a great show. But of course, it's not just me and Harold today, guys. We got a full house. It's crazy. But of course, you all know who our third chair is. Or second chair, actually. I'm the third chair, technically. So
no, there's no chairs here. This isn't Game Bite. What is this?
Give it up for my future fiance in some terms. Wancho. Is here with us as well?
You forgot fiance's name.
Technically, it's a future husband because I already proposed and you said yes. So
you're right.
Oh,
sorry.
We're in that phase.
Sorry.
But what's up, guys? If you want to know more about what that was about, it's a story for another time. But yeah, I'm glad to be on the show. Glad to be I'm hyped to talk about it, and hyped that we are a full house. So, without further ado, our special guest, LG.
What's up, dudes? Hi. I belong on Game Bite. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just kind of showed up out of nowhere in this mech, so here I am, I guess. It was gonna be a great show, though. We're talking about some fun stuff, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna be a great episode on the Quitstalling Geekcast today. Like you guys can see, we have a full house and we have fuller hearts as well. It's. I'm okay.
Hell yeah.
Elgin, I haven't spoken to you in months because of things got busy, and also the news, the positive news dried up for Game Bite. It's all been downhill.
I mean, there's some new stuff out there, but for the most part, yeah, it's kind of grim. But it is what it is, right? We'll come back. We'll be back, at some point. So
we'll be back with the good stuff. Real soon, but right now we're geeking out, people. We're geeking out about the Masters of the Universe revelation, and boy, what a revelation it has been. For those of you wondering why Elgin's on the show today, one time on a thing we did far away, Elgin came on. We did some World of Warcraft role playing, and for his undead warlock, he did a Skeletor voice, and since then, in my mind, he's become synonymous with Skeletor. Way better than the original voiceover actor.
Oh no! Come on! No.
A very long time ago, yes.
Alan Oppenheimer is a national treasure.
Oh, for sure.
I do not claim to be superior in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
he's a gem. He was on the after show on Netflix, E-Man and Masters of the Universe Revelations. And yeah, they had him on. He was sitting on a chair. He's older now. He's a little more frail. Yeah. But he was so enthusiastic about the show happening. And yeah, I'm excited. Guys, we're going to start the show off with a quiz in just a little bit. I see Wancho's eyes bulge out of his head. He obviously didn't get the memo.
I had to pull up my Google right there. I'm like, okay.
No Google. No Google.
Bro, you just watched it. How do you not?
Man, you need to watch the quiz last week. I didn't Google, dude, but you can't watch it because it's low-key. But man, I was like,
he nailed it.
I unlocked my brain just to try to dissect it, and I can't believe I did it. But
he went full Zach Galifianakis.
Congrats again.
Yeah. Scherzo finally did get his. He got his Ms. minutes delivered to him. So he's enjoying that right now.
Miss Minutes.
He sent me a photo.
Yeah, it was his tribute for the quiz, and I was like, okay, sure.
Actually, he sent me a photo. Let me bring it up because he set it up.
Nice.
On his,
that's awesome.
On his desktop, along with his Quitstalling ESGS 2019 keychain. It's been that long.
Nice.
Oh no, that's not it. Reparteau.
Oh, well, okay.
There it is.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That looks
So,
awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's so cool.
It looks yeah,
I want
like,
one
and it's
now.
a functioning clock. So we gave that away last week. This week, we're not gonna give away any prizes quite yet. We're trying not to go out of budget here on the Good Song Geekcast. So this week's quiz is for the co-hosts today, our hosts. So
Yes.
we'll get into that in just a second. But I do want to catch up with you guys real quick. I know you've been watching He-Man and and the rest of the Masters of the Universe in Revelation, but what else have you guys been up to? You know, there's been other things dropped. Ted Lasso is something I watched and love and adore, and they just dropped season 2 on us. So yeah, let's start with Wancho, buddy. What have you been up to the past week and a half?
So I've been finishing up Dragon Age 2.
Ooh.
Actually, I finished Dragon Age 2 a week ago, right? And I'm like so hyped to start Dragon Age Inquisition. And you have to sort of rebuild your story in the Dragon Age hub or whatever, and that's been taking me a week.
Oh
basically.
wow!
And yeah, just hyped to do that. I was sick a lot of this week, which kind of sucked. That's why I missed last show. But I'm all better now. So
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
We were super glad. There were some scares, but you tested negative, right?
yeah,
That's good. That's good.
Hooah!
Oh wow, yeah.
Hooah!
good.
It's scary at the house, but yeah,
Yeah.
doing all good.
Yeah.
I'm on the show. I make talk every now and then to excuse that. I just really wanted to talk about He-Man. I really want to be on the show. I wanted to talk to you guys.
Yeah, we
So-
missed you, man. We missed you.
Here I am.
Hell
What
yeah,
about you,
man.
Derek? How was your week?
My week was good. A lot of video games.
Some of them video games there.
Oh,
Playing
yeah.
Pokemon Unite came out, and yeah,
Right.
I've been playing with
Ooh,
Wancho
yeah.
a lot. Dude, it's my first MOBA I've ever played.
With Francis too, right?
Oh, that one, yes.
I think Francis had played. Playing with Francis, yeah. Too. Well, we're playing with a lot of people. Like honestly, whoever has them, just like let's go.
Derek
let's
can't
play.
keep track of all the people playing with
Yeah.
him, you know. Sorry, non-streamers.
It's a lot of fun though, man. I honestly just been playing that. And I think I was trying out some new spooky games. I was telling you last show. Haven't gotten into that too much, but yeah, for the most part, haven't really watched anything besides Masters. I was really excited for that.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna start binging on Bad Batch again though. That's a plan. I need to
You and me,
get back
buddy.
into that, but
Real quick,
Yeah,
though,
but after that,
I just
yeah.
want to say, you won't play rank with me in Pokemon Unite.
Ooh.
Doesn't
no,
trust me.
okay.
You don't want to go down to your level of bronze.
Let's talk about. So I hit expert, which is
Yeah.
pretty high. But I said I'll rank if we're at least like 3 or 4. You know, just I don't want to do it so.
My rank was too low.
Is that a low? I swear. I might make an alt account. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So no. You don't make an alt account. Wancho, get good.
Get good.
Seriously.
You know,
no.
at a time he was the same. You were higher than me,
My
actually.
guy, I'm also expert 1 right now, so in case you haven't checked.
Okay, so that's fine now. That's fine. We're good. We're good now. We're good.
Even Joe in the chat, Derek. Even Joe in the chat saying, "I didn't realize Derek was so popular. Sorry, I didn't make the cut."
Whoa, there's more. Joe, I invited you to play. Don't you dare. I'm just kidding.
No, man. Joe speaks
Enough
for
about
everyone.
what I did
Joe speaks for
for the week.
everyone.
Let's shift to Elgin. How was your week, man?
I mean, my week was fine. Like, I'm not gonna turn this into a Game Bite episode and talk too much about what I've been playing, which is Destiny 2.
Ooh.
So
nice.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm addicted to it now. Anyway,
Is
but
that why
yeah,
you're sleep deprived? Is that the real reason?
No, not really. I'm sleep deprived because it's 2:30 in the morning right now. Give me a break. No, in the spirit of what is this show called? The Geekcast. I've actually been catching up on a lot of the stuff I've missed on Disney Plus. So I recently, especially the MCU stuff. So I recently picked up Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was fantastic. I love the show. I started watching Loki. I haven't quite finished it yet, so please no spoilers. But
Okay.
yeah,
Macho hasn't started at all, so you're fine.
You're ahead of me.
Okay,
You're
all
ahead
right.
of
But
me.
yeah, that's what I've been watching anyway. Otherwise, yeah, I've been playing Destiny 2. Getting a lot of. I had a stressful raid this afternoon, and it was just, oh my god. Anyway, yeah. What about you, Harold? What have you been watching / playing / geeking? What have you? Yeah, what have you been doing?
Oh man, I haven't had much time because I've been working on. I've been trying to finalize that super secret project me and DZ have been fixing up, and I swear we're getting so close to telling everyone about it, and I'm just so excited. But aside from that, what little time I've had, I have been just trying to relax and offload my mind. So it's usually like either binging something that I've seen in the past. Like Friends or Ted Lasso's first season, or like excitedly anticipating something like Masters of the Universe Revelation, or next week's Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy. So it's all coming thick and fast. It's like they gave us like 5 months to wait for these, and now they're just like throwing everything at our face. Lucifer just got announced. The final season's coming out in September, so. Like it's all coming in, and I'm happy. I'm happy that it's still a great time to be a geek. Everything's available. Everything's easy to watch. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm missing
Though to be
something.
Though to be real, when is it not nice to be a geek?
Ooh, the truth. Maybe back in the 80s.
Fair, absolutely
The
fair.
80s, you had He-Man.
But you couldn't say that you liked He-Man.
Segue.
Yeah.
Oh
Man,
man,
that's like a top tier segue right there.
Yes, yes. And speaking of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, ladies and gentlemen, I got a quiz for our friends here. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this?
I just have to
Bring
say,
it.
I know you guys are saying that I have the freshest mind because I just finished it.
Yes.
But I've been calling Tila Leela the entire.
Well, you're gonna love the
Wait.
questions I have for you specifically.
Tima?
Leela.
Oh,
Oh, Leela. No.
Oh,
This is
Leela.
not Futurama. This
Guys,
is
he's
Masters
talking
of the
about the
Universe.
Cyclops with the purple hair. Okay.
Oh, Lila.
Hey, there is a Cyclops in the show. Just saying.
It's Triclops, but yes.
Yeah. He's a-
I see what you did there.
Ah!
Harold, never invite me to Geekcast again.
Oh!
Thank you.
Ooh.
But technically today, that's on brand. All right, that's on
Yes,
brand.
yes.
Yeah.
Eric, you get a free pass today. So
All right, first
Go
one's
ahead.
free.
All right, guys, let's do this. It's time for Masters of the Universe Revelation examination.
Oh, damn.
Yes, be blown away, because today you will be facing questions to test your knowledge, memory, and that's pretty much it. You guys. I'm not trying to make this like some obscure logic puzzle. This is just to make sure, this is just to be like, hey,
come on, Harold. No test of strength here.
Wancho, lift a car twice.
We all go outside. Hold on, guys. Yeah.
Let me dial in from my phone here. Oh man,
Man.
I would love to do that as like a fun little bit we could do on the channel in the future. We can try that. I'd like that.
Just have a test.
Something for part two. Something for part two.
Okay. All right, for part 2, there has to
I
be
like
a
that.
test of strength.
I will CGI the car into your hand, Wancho. I have
Just get
After
a
Effects.
JPEG. I'm good.
It's just a JPEG. Oh man! All right, let's get into this, guys. Who wants to go first? So I have 2 questions each for all of you, and this is all just about pride. It's all just about testing if you're worthy of the power. All right,
I'll
so
go first then.
oh, confident.
All
Wancho's
right.
really just saying that so he doesn't forget anything in subsequent minutes.
I'm just gonna set
Checks
the
out.
bar. I don't want that anxiety.
Yes.
So let's go.
yes.
If you're
Wancho,
typing, we know what's up.
or show us your hands. Show us your hands.
Yeah.
All right, here's how it's gonna go, guys. I will give you each one relatively easy question and one slightly harder question. I'm not trying to kill you, or I'm not trying to get you. All right, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not scare glow or anything. I'm not trying to make you realize or self-actualize anything today. This is all just for fun. So let's get into it. Wancho, your first question is about to start. Are you
Tila.
ready?
Yes.
Did you say Tila? All
The
right.
process of elimination. It may have been one
It
of
may,
the
it may have been Tila, but you would be wrong.
Okay.
All right. Let's start, Wancho.
All right.
Orko is what's known as a Trollin, a race of magical beings from a different dimension. Dimension? In Revelation, we get to see a vision of Orko's homeworld. What did he say was the name of his homeworld? Was it A, Trolla, B, Etheria, C, Antar, or D, Danzig? Once again, the question is, what is the name of Orko's home world? Is it A, Trolla, B, Etheria, C, Antar, or D, Danzig? This is actually one of the first things he says once he and Evil Lyn notice the bright world in front of them.
A. Just because.
You're going to lock in with A.
A. I'm locking in A.
All right. You're correct! Oh, congratulations, Wancho.
Nice.
Did you know that one? Did you? Ding, 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 ding.
Yes, of course I did.
Man's a genius.
That's amazing. All right. Feel free to walk us through your
Lord.
thought process, guys, but you could also just answer right away. You know, if you really want to make sure that you get it straight from memory from like an hour ago or so, you know, just feel free. Feel free. Derek, you're up next.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we
let's do
go. Again, these are the relatively easy ones. Derek, Merman. Hands up, hands up. Let's see your hands. Let's see your hands, buddy. All right. Merman
Oh, that's a curveball.
is more powerful than he seems. And we get a glimpse of that when he summons the power of the tides to propel our heroes forward across the Crystal Sea. Unfortunately, speaking of seas, he actually can't see too well anymore because he's lost an eye. Which eye is he missing? Is it...
You knew my weakness from last week, and you exploited it.
What kind of question is that?
No, you know what? Last week I thought he was gonna say how many fingers his Miss Minute has, and I said I was gonna get it wrong, and now he knew, and he used the. Damn it! Okay, just give me the options.
Is
It
it...
could only be.
Is it A,
Is it left or right?
right? Or is it B, left? Oh, okay, I got another one. Or is it C, his third eye?
Now I'm wondering if he had 3 eyes.
Or was it both?
Or D, both eyes.
Merman, I call on thee. Give me all the power. I'm gonna say it is. So it's from his point of view, right? Not from us. So it would be his right eye.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it'd
I
be
hope
his,
that's right.
because that's what you say, right? Like, this is my left eye, this is my right eye, right? So how would Merman say it? So Derek, you have gone with B, I guess B. No, A is what I said. A, his right eye.
Doesn't matter. 2, maybe.
Are you locking in? Are you locking in?
Yeah, I'm saying it's his right eye for sure. Like, yeah,
All right.
his right eye.
Derek, you would be correct. It was his right eye.
Let's go.
Oh god, I have to say, I mean, Harold, that was a diabolical question. Like, I knew the guy was missing an eye, but really, we're gonna go with
Right?
Is it the left one or the right one? Like, I thought you said you were gonna trip us up, dude.
And man,
That was the easy question. What the?
Exactly, and that too. Holy crap.
I mean, I
Alright.
assumed, you know, like, it would have been fresh. Wait,
Yeah.
actually, I think I had a visual for that for after. Yeah, I do. Wait, hold on. You were correct.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yes, it
That's
was
exactly
right
what I
eye.
thought.
Okay, yeah.
Merman
Yeah.
never
Real
forgets
quick, how cool?
what
How
we
cool
do,
was?
apparently.
How cool was his voice that it actually sounded like his lips wouldn't like stick together? Like, that was. I found that like a really cool detail.
I'm pretty sure they voice acted it with that dental apparatus. You know,
Oh my god! The mouth spreader.
Yeah.
Oh, the one from the game. What is that
Yeah,
called?
that-
The
yeah,
guy- That's fun. That's fun.
Fun fact: the person who came up with that game is actually Howie Mandel's son. He went on a talk show to promote it, and
Wow.
Weird, right? Super weird.
Huh.
Yeah, so he was
Okay,
like,
then.
my son came up with this game, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be like one of those like, it's a homemade game. It was one of those like, it was the actual prototype where like it splits his mouth, and they were just having fun with it. I think it was on Kimmel or something. All right, enough of that. Elgin. Oh, I even had an image for Orko. Sorry, there it was Trolla. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Not a troll, huh?
Oh God, that's the that. You know what? That's one half of the joke. It's not that egregious yet.
Don't count, man. Don't count.
I'm gonna
Don't
stop.
encourage him.
Do I need to get like a swear jar, like except it's for all of Derek's bad jokes, like collect $1 every time?
You should do how we D&D rolled 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh yeah,
It's so bad.
Oh man. All right, guys. Elgin, you're up next. I don't have a good photo of this because I only realized to take photos right before we started. Okay, Elgin, your first question. Again, the supposedly easy one. I apologize. Furious at Man-at... Oh, thank you. I was about to make the throw up your arms joke. Okay, furious at Man-at-Arms' failure to protect Prince Adam while keeping his secret identity from him. I emphasized that with the wrong syllable. Adam's kingly father exiled Duncan. What was the name of our angry king of Eternia? Is it A, King Grayskull, B, King Randor, C, King Hector, or D, King Antonidas? Let me throw up a photo. Maybe this will jog your memory somewhat. I don't think this is the right.
A very blurry photo.
It is very blurry.
Bigfoot?
Crop in the subtitle, please. Yeah.
Is this is he from Legend of Zelda? No. Well, I mean, it's King Randor. Yeah, the answer is King Randor.
Oh, Elgin coming in with the straight facts. Yes, it is indeed King Randor.
Nice.
See, these are easy. These are easy.
Sure.
Elgin had stock
totally knew
knowledge
all
of
those.
this. Elgin had stock knowledge. All right, Wancho, we're circling back to you. Are you ready, buddy?
Yes.
All right. Oh, man. Elgin, because you got that one so easy, I'll give the hardest question to you later. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Dude, you should play like the millionaire question when we're thinking like dun 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah, like
Oh, wait. I might have something more upbeat for this. Hold on, do I have? All right, let's go with this for now. Let's go with this. All
I
right.
like that.
Round 2. Fight. All right, Elgin. Oh, no, sorry. Wancho. Wancho. In Preternia's Forest of Forever, Adam and Tila are thrust into a competitive hunt with other champions of Eternia's past. Disregarding Tila and Adam, how many other champions were participating in this little friendly competition? Was it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7? Hands up. Hands up. If you love your friends, hands up. I'm going to give you 5 more seconds.
4.
4, 3.
No, I wasn't counting
2,
4.
1. You do not interrupt the game master when he says. So Wancho, you're locking in at 4. The question once again is how many other champions were participating in the friendly competition between all the previous champions? You're locking in at 4.
I'm locking in at 4.
And you, Wancho, are correct. Yes, it is 4. So you got 3 in this visual that I'm showing to all the video watching people, and of course King Grayskull, who ended up winning because of course he won. Yeah, it was a really fun time to see him at the end snuggle that panther. I was like, oh, okay, they're not gonna eat it. I really thought they were gonna, they're gonna kill it or something, but
It's catch and release, man. Catch and release.
Catch and release, yes. They're all friends here in Preternia. All right, Derek.
I swear this is another. Which arm was Roboto using to forge the sword? I'm like,
It was his right arm. It was his right arm.
This is
Technically, it was
Gave me
both
good luck
with
last
two
time.
Swords.
Oh, that's true.
gave me good luck last time. That's true.
All right,
Gave me
Derek.
good luck last time, so yeah.
Prince Adam is able to return the magic back to Eternia and subsequently the universe. But little did he know, Skeletor was just biding his time. What item of evil Lynn's was Skeletor recovering in since his last encounter with He-Man? Was it A, the Shaping Staff, B, the Spell Stone, C, the Diamond Ray of Disappearance, or D, the Wand Staff? Again, is it A, the Shaping Staff, B, the Spell Stone, D, the Diamond Ray of Disappearance, or C, the Diamond Ray of Disappearance, or D, the Wand Staff?
Yo, did not know that thing.
The time is on you.
I didn't know it was named either.
It's actually something that Skeletor yells out when he reveals himself. I had to hide out in your mama.
Can you say that again one more time? The answer.
I had to hide. And
He's
your
trying
blah
to
blah
get you to
blah.
say the answer.
Evil Lynn.
Which letter was the right answer again?
I'll give you the choice.
Like
of
to
one
call
shit.
a
Jedi
friend?
mind tricks.
Like to call a friend? No, can I hear it one more time? Let me hear the answer.
And then I'll give you 5 seconds. So is it A, the Shaping Staff, B, the Spell Stone, C, the Diamond Ray of Disappearance, or D, the Wand Staff?
I know it's one of the staffs. I'm gonna go with D.
4.
I'm gonna go with D.
You're gonna go with D.
Just because it was a staff and then it became a wand. So I'm gonna say D. Just for that, unless that was a debate.
Yeah, it did become like a mace, right? She did like
Right,
start
that's
swinging.
true.
She was like, "Oh my
The
god!"
mace staff.
She and you see like she did it kind of
Mace
out of like
staff wand.
reflex, and she just like looked at it like, "Oh, I could have used this the whole time."
Yeah, I'm gonna say wand staff. I'm gonna say wand staff.
Derek is locking into D, and Derek, you are correct. Congratulations!
Wow.
So A, the Shaping Staff, was actually what Skeletor used to conceal his appearance in Episode 1. The Spell Stone is something Evil Lynn used in the original series, and the Diamond Ray of Disappearance was a plot point and a little crystal that Skeletor used to turn people invisible and send them into like a shadow realm.
I know he said staff. I didn't know which one, but then I kind of was like the wand thing, and then plus his staff was actually a kind of a shaping staff because it was a goblet. So
That
I was
was,
like, oh, so it can't be that.
Yeah,
so
his
I'm like,
staff
okay,
is
has to be D.
the one with the goat head is actually the Havoc Staff. I was thinking about throwing that in there, but too many staffs makes
I might have said that if you did.
Oh, okay. Oh man, you should have thrown that in there.
Or is it the wand that shoots staffs?
Oh man, Elgin.
Yes.
I think this one is gonna be the trickiest one, and I'm sorry for that in advance. But with
No
your
pressure,
knowledge of Motu and the universe, this might actually turn out to be easy for you. Wancho, what is your question, buddy?
What?
Did you say you have a question?
No, I just said no pressure, you know.
Oh, no pressure.
It's not like he'll be the only one who actually messed up.
Like I said earlier, I did the voice of Skeletor one time, therefore I am an expert. I have the stock knowledge, like he says. Anyway, bring it.
All right. Well, I mean, you're pulling out like King Randor out of nowhere, and you're telling us about Tila's mom. So you know, I'm
How about thee, knave? Bring it.
all right, Nate, sir, my rubber glove is coming off to slap you in the face. Duel time. No, okay. I would lose the duel. All right. Throughout the first 5 oh my god, what's wrong with me? Revelation episodes, we saw all sorts of heroes and villains from the original show and the toy line. But which of these, Elgin, which of these characters did not appear in our part 1 of Masters of the Universe Revelation? Was it A, Ram Man, B, Stinkor, C, Trapjaw, or D, Clamp Champ? Clamp Champ is not a disease, nor is it a title for
You say
having...
PogChamp? What'd you say? I'm kidding.
PogChamp.
Oh, I should have mixed in like some really bad names in there. Like, was it D, Kappa Man?
I will be honest. If I got any of your guys' questions, I would have failed both. Like 100%.
So
That's
all
why-
of those
that's
were
why these are
real
targeted.
names?
Yes. Was it A, Ram Man, B, Stinkor, C, Trapjaw, or D, Clamp Champ? And that's why these questions were specifically designed for you guys.
Oh dear God.
Oh, so you knew I would fail. Got it. Cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wanted you to rise up to the occasion. I tricked you again, Derek. I am Scareglow, trying to get the best out of you, but in a less evil way. All right, Elgin, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to choose. Or do you want to go through your thought process real quick?
No. So the question was, who wasn't in the first episode?
First 5 episodes.
Oh, first 5 episodes. Wait, that's all 5 episodes.
So the whole season, yeah.
Exactly. Who wasn't?
Oh, so who wasn't? Okay, and the choices were, say it again?
A. Ram Man. B. Stinkor. C. Trapjaw. Or D. Clampchamp. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, Elgin. 4.
Dang, this is hard.
3.
This is hard.
2. That's what she said. 1.
I'm gonna go with D.
You're gonna go with D. Clampchamp.
Because Trapjaw is the actual character.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is one you just made up.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see where you're
'Cause
going.
Speaking
there.
of Pog
Yeah.
Champ,
Like I'm trying to do process of elimination. Stinkor was in episode 2 for sure.
Okay.
Trapjaw.
Legit.
Trapjaw was an acolyte of the motherboard, so he
That's
was
right.
there too. And I think Ram Man. I want to say Ram Man was in the first episode. What was the name of the last guy again? Clampchamp?
Yes.
Damn, I
Yeah,
really want
Clamp
some ramen
Champ.
now.
Clampchamp?
You say ramen, Wancha?
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
Oh,
I haven't eaten
yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
All right, so
I mean,
Elgin.
yeah, it's too close to Trapjaw. I'm gonna say it's Clampchamp.
All right, Elgin has gone with D. Clampchamp, and I would like to eliminate Stinkor, voiced by Jason Mewes.
Jason, yeah.
Of
Crazy.
Clerks and Jane Silent Bob fame. Stinkor was in episode 2, and he did get his butt kicked by Tila and Andra. Andra was another answer I was looking at, like what was the name of Tila's companion? Because you don't really hear her name, and it doesn't really resonate too much.
Yeah.
But Stinkor wasn't the correct answer. Elgin.
Right.
Unfortunately, you were
Oh, I'm wrong.
incorrect.
Oh,
What?
darn, okay.
It was
Ramen.
Ram Man?
Ramen.
It was Ram Man.
It's wrong. Okay.
So
I did not
Clampchamp,
see any noodles.
Clampchamp was one of the ones that ran out to protect Grayskull with Tila. Oh no, that's the wrong episode. Let me go back real quick. Along with Man at Arms and the rest of the crew. I'm trying to look for the.
Sidebar in here, I think Stinkor looked like a buff avocado from Final Space.
Yeah,
That's all I saw, dude. Was like a buff avocado.
Yeah, so Clampchamp was one of the heroes that showed up to fight alongside He-Man, Tila, Man-at-Arms for Grayskull. So,
I see. Okay.
yes. Elgin, valiant effort, though, because that was one of the hardest ones. So, Clampchamp is there on the right of Tila. I'm going to try and pause when he gives his little punch. There he is. He clamps like a
There, he's
champ.
clapping. Okay.
Oh.
Damn. Got it.
Yes.
Jeez. Wow, you really went into left field for that one. Like.
Yes. Yes. I wanted to be
That
sure at least one of you guys
Wow.
got something
That
wrong.
was that.
Holy.
That's
All right.
that was tough.
And he wasn't
That was
named,
tough.
so that was the hardest part. Is he wasn't named?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if you guys could you did the deductive reasoning part, but unfortunately it was for the wrong character. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. No. fair
good
play.
job, guys.
I like the naming convention of the heroes. It's almost as if it's simple enough so that moms could go to like a certain shop maybe and just say, oh, it's the guy with the clamp.
Yeah.
Clamp.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm looking for Skeletor. Would you know which one that one is?
Aisle 7.
Yeah.
I want the one that's a man. He.
Keith? Man?
I think it might be he.
Another fun fact: Tila's original name was Woman before they
Oh.
rightfully changed it.
Really?
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
They tried to go with man with everything. And Merman, could you guys guess what Merman's original stricken name was?
Fishman.
Mermaid Man. No.
And Barnacle Boy.
Batman because it's Kevin Conroy.
It wasn't Kevin Conroy until now. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So his unfortunate original name that was thankfully
Seaman.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God!
See-
They should have done it. They should have kept it. Oh!
Rip.
They should have kept that. Damn.
Not gonna
Like,
lie.
come on, they knew a little bit, right? Like,
They had to.
they had to have known a little. Like, you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
initially named that, and be like, yeah, let's keep it. See who notices.
I feel like this is a strong name that people will resonate with.
It's not gonna cause any controversy, right?
I mean, you guys get it. Like he's a sailor, you know, like the people with the hats. He's a seaman.
A man of the sea, you know.
He's a man of the sea. Controls the
Can
tide.
you imagine being the little kid who has that action figure going to class? Just get instantly bullied. My favorite character is Seaman!
And he's too young to know what he's saying, so all the teachers are just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, right.
And he comes like, imagine the British kid was like, "I love seamen."
Damn.
Or the
Anyway.
Jewish kid who was like, "Oh, what's his first name? What's Seaman's first name?"
Jeez.
Alfred Seaman.
Oh my god. Where are we going with this?
Nowhere. That's it. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. This has been the Quit Slang Geekcast Game Show Edition.
Yes.
We are canceled.
Forever.
Quick sidebar though, I really want to talk about Merman.
Oh yeah,
Like,
go.
The entire time he had the power of the ocean.
Right?
Yes.
How did he lose that fight? Why did he
right.
go onto the boat and try to claw them? I'm like,
I mean,
you have the
He could
power
have
of the
drowned
ocean.
them.
I mean, lasers make a very compelling argument. I guess. Grappling hooks too by extension.
That is one of my favorite lines when he left. Hey, remember, fish folk don't forget.
He just sinks in.
He's like,
He comes back up though, right? He goes like, no, nor do I.
Nor do I. Oh man, I think Merman was way more seductive than he wanted to be. He was just like, we could have ruled the universe together. I was just like, does he have a little thing for Evil Lynn? Is he trying to
Oh my
tempt her
God.
with
No.
his trident?
Just you, Harold. Just you think that.
No attraction at all to the mermaid guy. No.
No, none.
Mermaid guy.
He doesn't want to say Seaman anymore.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
him and Cyclops guy would get along because he'd probably give him an eye or something.
What?
That was also comic relief too, like seeing the eyes shift. Like, I was like, really? You gotta shift the expression emotion? That's kind of stupid. He's like, hold on. Like, what the hell? Just gets mad.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, guys. First of all, let's talk about the finale. Let's start at the end because boy,
Wow.
was that a wallop. How many shows kill your hero in the first episode, then kill him again supposedly in the last of the first part? This is the first half. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1. For those watching in the future, because we have fans, guys, and they're gonna watch this back, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, they talked about Masters of the Universe and they're only talking about 5 episodes. Yes, because we're talking about Part 1, the first 5 episodes. Juancho, buddy, what did you think of Skeletor's rise to power and the surprise of breaking the age-old rule of never mess with someone mid-transformation? That's
Ooh.
it's kind of a faux pas there.
Yeah. Definitely did not see that coming. I mean, they already killed him once. Didn't expect it the second time. Did not expect it the second time. And this time it was like,
double tap.
it's time to actually see him get stabbed. Yeah, the first time it's like, oh, he just exploded. If you don't see the body, they're not dead. Stab, legit stab He-Man, and I was just like, dang. So
Yes.
yeah, did not see it coming. Did not see it coming.
And like it's kind of like turnabout, right? Like, and it's fair play because he stabbed Skeletor the first time to open the containment unit for the orb. So Skeletor just giving him one back, you know. Just give
I like that there was a lot more weight in the second death, to be honest. That, like the first death, it kind of feels like, oh, you know, I think he'll come back somehow, you know. That's how it felt. And then by the last one, he just lost his ticket to heaven, right?
Yes.
Right before he got stabbed, he was literally, oh, if you do this, you can't come back.
Yes.
And I'm just like, damn, you just got back. What are you doing?
In hindsight, that's like hella foreshadowing, isn't it?
Yes. Hindsight is 2020. That is foreshadowing. Like they kind of set it up kind of well, and it wasn't like 7 episodes ago. It was like a few minutes ago, and you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So it kind of hits like fresh. It hits fresh. It just goes straight to your memory. Like, wait, they just said he can't go back.
Maybe it's so soon. Maybe they could just refund him. That deal.
Your JR pass
It's in the
is
contract.
refunded. Derek, buddy, first thoughts on the finale, or initial thoughts on the finale, because that was a heavy one.
Crazy. Oh yeah, I like that though, because you know there's a lot of episodes where, you know, like they'll like let their hero or villain transform. It's like you're really just gonna stand there and just let him. All right, just let him finish his thing. But no, he took advantage and stabbed it. Definitely didn't see it coming. I thought, like, honestly, I was a little skeptical of the Roboto at first. I thought maybe he was like Skeletor in disguise. I'm like, okay, Skeletor has to come into here somewhere. Like, oh, he was hiding in her wand staff.
Yes. Yes.
And so, but yeah, it was definitely shocking. Very cool. I actually thought they were gonna do a cliffhanger and not let us see what Skeletor looked like, but I'm glad they kind of did. So I was like, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, that's the first time in history that's ever happened, right? He's never had the sword.
I was going to say exactly that. Yes.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. That's cool. That was awesome. I'm just like, oh yeah, definitely makes you want to watch the second part when it comes out, whenever that is.
Yeah.
Elgin, buddy, how about you, man?
I mean, yeah, this is well, 2 things. One, it's the first time Skeletor has ever successfully taken the sword and actually uttered the phrase, "I have the power."
Yeah.
Like, let that sink in for a moment there.
Yeah.
Right.
Second,
he said by the power of Grayskull.
Yeah, I have the power.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Crazy, right?
Yeah, power of the universe. Yeah.
The second thing is that's the second time the sword was ever used as a stabbing weapon. For those of you, for those of you who are unaware, in the original cartoon series, He-Man never actually used a sword to slice things or stab things or anything like that. He always had to pick up stuff. Yeah, reflect stuff or pick up a rock and throw it at them, and they dodge at the last second. That's oftentimes how the fights go on in He-Man.
He'd punch people with the other hand while holding the sword.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's like he's holding it like this, and he just punches like. It's so dumb.
That's the ultimate fake out, dude. You're about to get hit by a sword, so you're ready for the sword.
Yeah, just you see this coming.
And there's this one looping animation that they always use where he like switches hands with the sword twice.
It's a fighting style. It's a fighting style. It's purely intimidation.
I could slice you in half, but I won't.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like, but I won't.
Yeah, because he's a good guy.
Makes you think the security system on that sword is like, why is this the first time it's ever been stolen? Because all you have to do is really just say those words and you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, first one, it's like, people should have tried stealing that thing sooner. You know?
Yeah.
I guess that's part of the secret, right? Like why they don't tell more people that He-Man and Adam are two different people is because I think that was also like the first time Skeletor realized that the power is in the sword, not the man.
Right.
Because that's the first time he's seen the transformation sequence. Usually he sees He-Man. That makes him. Oh wow.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
That's
Wow. Because he actively says it's only a kid.
It's only a kid, or it's only a boy.
So it's like, wow, this is the first time he's seeing that the power is literally in front of him the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Dang! That's another layer you just peeled back. Jean Papillon Onion? That's
Yeah, I mean, So like the first episode and the last definitely felt like a fanboy what if scenario, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what if a Skeletor gets the sword, does the He-Man thing, but like in the first episode, that was my mindset. I'm like, man, what if He-Man gets more power by saying that as He-Man? I was like, and they did it. I'm sure so many people have been thinking about that.
Yeah.
Apparently you died, which is terrible.
Apparently it's too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's why he doesn't do it.
At first, I
Well,
was
wait,
like, oh,
did he? Wait.
Oh.
Blast.
what's happening?
random disco music time.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Sorry guys, give me 1 second. The power just fluctuated. So
Live?
Yeah, we're still live. I can see
Yes.
us still live.
So we're still live, and then so what happened was my headset input kind of freaked out because of the flicker, and they couldn't hear you for like 2 seconds, just 2 seconds when I came back and said, "Can you guys?" Are you, like when I checked in. So okay, we're okay now.
Dude, I was like, it was funny because I was literally talking about a power source, and then the power.
Like my
But I was
monitor
like, but
shut
did,
off.
right? I was like, but think about it. Did he really die? Because didn't he just absorb the blast of the magic?
So
So maybe
Maybe we could see that, a double He-Man, you know?
He-Man.
He-Man's. It's He-Man's.
He-Man's. They just pluralized.
That's why
He-Man's
the
is
sword
this.
becomes two, man.
He-Man's.
He-Man's is this.
What is he from Boston? He-Man's is a.
He's-Man's thems.
He-Man's. Oh yeah, he'd be the epitome of they them, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I wonder if Skeletor will have a name though, right? Like,
Oh,
They-
Kevin Smith.
they
Kevin
person.
Smith said I think he's a Skelegod now.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Skelegod.
Which is kind of
Whoa.
sick because he's huge now.
Right,
He's
that is pretty cool.
enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so surprised that they let it happen because, you're used to the bad guy losing, and it kind of further cements the fact that this is like the halfway act. This is the intermission, like in plays or in I guess musicals, where they kind of have like the beat drop right before. Le Mans. God dang it. Le Mans.
I know, right?
Skeletor got me so bad.
He-Man. Le Mans.
Me too. He-Man's.
Oh man. I would play He-Man Le Mans though. Yeah, so it was such a good surprise. In a sense that it didn't feel, you get endings like this that feel forced. Certain medieval fantasy shows come to mind. Recent medieval fantasy shows come to mind where they kind of subvert your expectations with little payoff. But this one felt like, oh, it's been a long time coming, seeing Skeletor finally realize, like what Wancho just kind of pointed out, like, oh, this is how I get the power, and actually taking the opportunity to grasp it. And as much as we saw Skeletor in the flashbacks be, that silly kind of, I'm always going to get fooled. We even see it in the first episode where he's like, no one saw me. You didn't see me coming because of my shape staff. And he gets blasted mid monologue. We see that hilarious side of Skeletor, but we also see the more thoughtful side, like the more devious side where, oh, he got a faker He-Man robot to pretend to be He-Man and fool the sorceress. So he's not completely incompetent. And there's a side of him that kind of is fed up with losing. Because Beastman and Evil Lyn all said it in their journey, like, he had like thousands of plans and none of them pay off. So he's Skeletor kind of has that you miss the 100% of the shots you don't take mentality. He out of the billions of plans, he found one that worked.
Yeah. And
Gonna stab him. That's
who knew? Just stab the guy.
Stab the guy.
Stab him.
Just stab
Stab him in the gut.
So simple. Just the audience here, though. We're comparing this to the original TV series that aired in the 80s, or like a long time ago. It was before our time. Mind you, other depictions of Skeletor have had him, well, mildly successful in the things he wants to do. You know, anything outside of the cartoon is generally the same kind of atmosphere you would end up seeing in Masters of the Universe Revelation. So, yeah, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, because there was like a 2008 reboot that is unrelated to this that had Skeletor kind of be more successful, like you said. Yeah, he was more. He's more evil. He was more. He's smarter. So I'm glad that Revelation took this route with him, because I think I mentioned this in the pre-show with you, like, or before we even went on air with you guys, is like, how many times are we going to get Skeletor losing in a hilarious way, or even just losing, before you just feel like, oh, he's never going to win. So coming out of the gate, at least within the first 5 episodes, out of a 10 episode full first season, you know, coming out of the gate winning makes you think, okay, there's actually something at stake here. Like, I don't feel safe, as safe as I would with other shows where it's like, of course they're always gonna win. Of course, like, you're not gonna kill the main character, and it's done to the, at least personally, it's done to the effect where I know there's a chance that someone could die, if not lose. Like, if not, the good guys are gonna lose, because you lose that sense of risk in shows like the CW's The Flash. You feel the risk in the first season, and then when you see Barry Allen come back every season stronger than ever, you're just like, it's just a formula. So starting off strong like this, for me at least, felt like it was a natural progression to bring Masters of the Universe to a more modern setting for us, where there's real stakes. These characters actually have choices that will mean something in the overarching plotline, which we'll get to in a little bit, because we do want to give spotlight to the rest of the Masters. I love Skeletor and He-Man's parts, though, because what little screen time they had, I think someone mentioned like it's 11 minutes total. The little screen time they had in present day, not in flashbacks, was impactful. I didn't think He-Man's just biding his time, or Skeletor is just, he's doing a monologue till he loses. This actually felt like, what are they gonna do next? Right? Like, I mean, at least for me, like, it didn't feel like, oh, Loki's gonna lose at the end of Avengers. Of course he is. It didn't feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, given how the rest of the series has been going, I think He-Man's second death here, I think that's passing the torch of, being the champion onto Teela. I think that's effectively what's going to happen. Especially, she's proven herself for the past 5 episodes. I mean, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves by talking about this.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but she's kind of proven herself to be the hero that she was supposed to rise up to be, the thing she was afraid of to begin with. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she becomes the next, well, I wouldn't say He-Man, but, the champion of Eternia at that point. Yeah.
For me, go on, Joe.
Yeah, sorry. The show was definitely hinting at it, right? I mean, back in heaven, they were like, oh, there have been masters or champions before you, and there'll be champions after.
Ooh.
At that point, I was like, yeah, dude, just enjoy heaven. You did your job. You saved the world. Yeah, I felt it. I was like, you should have stayed. Like, but then he went. I was surprised he left.
Yeah.
I was surprised he went back to the real world, and to be honest, I think I like that too, just because they said it there. There's no coming back. It added more tension to it. There is a stake. His life isn't just like, he can come back wherever he wants now. No, this is on his last leg. So I felt it.
How about you, Derek? How did you feel about Teela in general?
I loved it. I mean, I thought she was cool. I actually, at first, I was a little skeptical. I thought it was kind of, I don't want to say like bad writing, but like, she left her whole life. She came back and literally in a one talk with Cringer, she just changed.
Oh, but like it was too quick.
That part really bothered me. Yeah, she like cried and was like, oh, she's like completely turned around. But then like the fourth episode came and she was still mad at Adam, so I like that they did that. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, okay, well, just turn your whole life away now that you just talk to Cringer again. But I liked her character development so far. I think it's good. I actually like the engineering part that she's trying to harness instead of the magic. I thought that was a pretty cool
a different take on it.
Small arc, I guess. Yeah, like, you know, oh, magic's abandoned us, and we have engineering and technology is the true. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the other older show had that type of stuff, but
not much, not as much.
It did.
As
Okay,
this.
so yeah, it's awesome. I loved it. I loved every little bit that she had, especially the parts where she was in I'm forgetting the name, but what is considered hell in Master of the Universe.
Subternia,
thank you. Yeah, I love that. I thought it was great. I liked how she kind of had to go back and she actually heard the side of Adam before jumping to some stuff, you know? I was like, hear him out. We hear why he lied. And she found out.
Yeah.
So
Bro,
happy.
Episode 4, I actually thought she was hella annoying. I'm like, it's like,
she won't forgive him.
I'm like, the entire universe is about to end, right?
And you're hung up on
not
this.
the world, it's the entire universe is banking on this mission. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you because you didn't tell me your secret before.
Let it go, right?
No, I'm like, no, you didn't tell me you're He-Man. I won't tell you why everyone you loved and ever will love or have ever loved is about to die.
Oh, yeah. It's like they didn't have time.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
right.
But they kind of like
she understood. Yeah,
they do kind of like Derek said. They do kind of like lay out her layers. They peel her layers back one by one because of course she gets the bigger plot. That's why she kind of snaps and says, "All right, fine. And I'm not gonna fight Evil Lynn. Let's get on this journey to save the world." But at the same time, she still has those emotions. She's still very angry at Man-at-Arms for lying, at Duncan. She's still very angry at Adam because these are the people she found closest to her. But they were lying for all her life. So, of course she's not going to forgive them in one go, which is, by episode 4, you want her to, but it's very justified that, of course she's not going to, It makes total sense. Could it have been presented a little more with build-up? Yeah, but overall, if you read between the lines, it makes sense. I agree with you guys. The turning over the championness to Teela, I think I'm not on board with yet. Partially because it's only the first 5 episodes, but partially because I think the title and how they're presenting every character is also, in my opinion, how they want to tell the story. It's going to be less He-Man in the traditional sense of it's all about him and everyone else is a supporting character. This might be actually more of a want than how they're telling it, but I feel like Masters of the Universe is very telling in the sense that it could be more like the Avengers. Like it could be, it's not just about He-Man and Adam. That's why they're showing us Orko's rise to power. That's why they're showing us the importance of Evil Lynn and how she has a duality to her where, she wasn't born evil. That's the reason why we saw Teela's hero's journey, because in all senses, it was a hero's journey. She went through an entire journey of...
She didn't want to go.
She didn't want to go.
To adventure.
Yes.
She answered the call.
She had a transformative moment in self-actualization. Right. She came out the other side of that moment, of that whole adventure, knowing more and ready to face a bigger task. So I feel like this is less about giving Teela the solo spotlight and more about elevating everyone around He-Man so that it's not reliant on him saving the day. Especially when Evil Lynn especially pointed out, He-Man, sure, he's the glory hog, the glowing Aryan over there, but Man-at-Arms, he was the real threat. Like, the fact that they pointed that out, I think, is them trying to say, it's not all about this one dude. Check out everyone else and how much of an impact they actually play in foiling Skeletor's plans and foiling every evil. Like, I think this is them trying to make this the Avengers. Less what's a good comparison of killing one hero to...
Less Justice League, more Avengers, right? It's not all about Superman. It's about the team.
Right.
Oh my god,
Right.
yeah, they needed
That's actually-
Superman. Oh my god, Wancho. Yes.
Yeah, that's actually really, really close.
Yeah. Like they brought Superman back because they thought we can't win without him. This is more of we can win without Adam because we weren't expecting Adam to come back. We just needed the sword.
Just tag along.
The MacGuffin.
Yeah. So oh my gosh. That Justice League comparison is mind-blowing, Wancho.
Yeah.
It's a good
Wow.
twist too. It's nice to see that side always. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
something you always want to delve into. Exactly.
Yeah, because I really didn't like. I really don't like that about, I guess, the original show. What little I've seen of it as well. You know, I've probably seen the most of it out of all four of us, but I haven't seen everything. Everyone else seems like they're just there, so that there's more than two people on screen, so that it's not just He-Man and Skeletor fighting every time. It's boring, and that's because they're just trying to sell toys, like Elgin said. But now that they have the platform to make us realize it, okay, Orko has his own story. Who would have seen Orko have his own self-actualization of I can't do magic, I just mess up all the time, to hey, let me face death himself and shackle him down. Like, wow.
I like that the whole. I loved his backstory, the one where his name was supposed to be Oracle. He could only say Orko.
It's
He was
cute.
a kid, and it just
I know.
stuck. I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yo, that
Reminds
was
us
such
of,
a good scene.
of one Sappy Sato. Couldn't say her name.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, that actually just because I bring up that point, I think it perfectly captures what the show was to me, right?
Yeah.
This was a sequel and an origin story at the same time.
Yeah.
The entire
Yeah.
show,
In a way.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like there's so many revelations at the thing. The plot moved forward, like now we're in Mad Max Magic Country, but at the same time you get all these origins of Grayskull, like
Yeah.
Sword, and the backstory for Orko and everything. That thing, I loved it. It's like you go forward and back at the same time, which is
yeah.
the show did. Like sometimes you see little flashbacks of OG adventures, and sometimes you get, but you're in this new adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think
Yeah, I
about
mean-
those flashbacks and He-Man's super cheesy dialogue? Like the fact that they acknowledge
Oh my
that.
God.
Did he really say that? And they're just like, yeah,
Yes.
he picked the wrong moment. Oh, what did she say? Like he says that kind of stuff. He's a teenager in a man's body. She said something to that effect.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's a throwback, and that's really what it's there for. It's the constant reminder, like, hey, we're referencing this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's more than anything, it's a reminder that you are watching a Masters of the Universe cartoon, but it's not exactly the same thing. And what they're saying is effectively, hey, that shit was silly, but hey, you know what? We had good times when it did, you know, when it happened.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
That made me think, and I'm just gonna put this out there. What was the name of Tila's companion?
Andra.
Andra. I'm putting my hat in the ring. She's He-Man. She's gonna take the sword.
Ooh, like be a champion in the future?
Yeah, because when I thought about it, when you were talking about the jokes, she's the one who tried making the jokes after. Right? It was like, you do something was definitely fishy about that.
Fishy
guy.
about
She
that
tried,
guy. I love
right?
that,
She
yeah.
tried, and then she's the one who technically she answered the call to adventure. She's the one who was like, you know, you may be done with this, but I want to help. And then Tila came along. Right?
It's true.
Is this technically her story?
When Evelyn was giving her the quest, she was very, let's do it. Yeah, I'm down. Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
And
Yeah.
she has like
Right,
that same vibe as He-Man because she's trying to do that joke.
Mhm.
Like he has that aloof,
Right.
he's still very positive attitude type of thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to counter that, I think she's gonna occupy the role Man at Arms.
Ooh. True.
Just because of her, you know, her skill with technology and being the brains of the operation, like Man at Arms used to be. He wasn't necessarily the brains, but being the veteran warrior that he was, they oftentimes came to him for counsel.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're going for with Andra anyway.
Mhm.
But hey, I mean,
I
it wouldn't
like
be
how
out of the realm of possibility either way.
Yeah.
You know?
I like how Andra is like the writers have actually pointed this out in a previous podcast a long time, like earlier this year. Andra is sort of our way in. To like, if you've never seen He-Man, she's your way in. She's the one who's like, wait, who's He-Man? Who's that
Yes.
guy? Who's that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to care
Kinda
about
like-
that guy? Like she literally says that out loud.
Yeah, she's kind of like she's kind of like the Kamala Khan of the Avengers video game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
in that same way where she's the character that's learning about things. Yeah, that's a very common writing common writing trope to kind of, like you said, connect with an audience that knows next to nothing about the universe that they're in. So yeah,
And she's not exactly helpless either. She brings her own skill set, which makes her not just a passenger on the ride. Like, she actually contributes, and she makes you feel like, she's not just there because she's a friend. She's there because, oh my gosh, she brings something to the table, which is engineering, I guess. Yeah, it's really cool. I appreciated her. What we're talking about, revelations, guys. I think one of the biggest ones for me personally was Snake Mountain being technology.
The computer club.
It became the computer club. They went from magic to Zeep Zorp Meep.
yeah.
So you're saying it became Space Mountain?
I didn't want to say that, but
No,
Kind of a stretch, but
no, that just doesn't work. No. Even as a joke.
I tried.
it's really cool.
The 1 out of 10.
You get Triclops being this kind of like priest for an all-knowing motherboard villain. I'm assuming is a villain because they're kind of turning people against their own will. I like that little detail because it doesn't impact the story now, but it feels like, okay, if these guys get their own like break off shows and then they come back for Masters of the Universe, kind of like Daredevil has his own stuff and Luke Cage has his stuff, and Masters of the Universe is the Defenders, or Iron Man and Thor and all of them have their stuff, and Masters of the Universe is the Avengers. Like, I like how that sets up a potential villain on either spectrum. Like, either it's the bigger bad or one of the side bads that one of them can eventually fight off. And I appreciated that because, Elgin, you said earlier on as well, they do a great job in the show of world building.
Yes.
I like that because, in 5 episodes, we know more about Eternia now than a lot of shows would give you of their world in a whole season, right? Like, Dragon's Dogma, I still don't get exactly what's going on in that world.
Let's not talk about that.
the Dota TV show, the Dota Netflix show is okay, but I'm still not quite sure what's going on in the bigger scheme of things. Even though they pull out and show you like the universal plans, the pacing is off. So I really like that about Masters of the Universe, where you already get the feeling that there's more to it than just the conflict between He-Man and Skeletor.
Dude, I mean, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna, more to your point, and that's also given that we're looking at an Eternia that's not in a good place. We're looking at an Eternia that's post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
Because of the lack of magic, and now we're gonna go to the sequel we're gonna have a post-apocalypse with Skeletor and magic. You can call it the post-apocalypse 2 Electric Boogaloo, but yeah, like, and even then, like, the world of Eternia and the universe as a whole is interesting nonetheless. I mean, I never knew where Orko came from, for example.
Yes.
And even that I get vibes from, like, I mean, I look at it as the same way as like jumping into Azeroth, for example, where there's a proper place for everything and everything just kind of works, And Eternia is simple enough. Magic is the be all end all of things, and once you take that away, what happens? Waste. It just wastes away. And I like that. Given that they're showing you that side of Eternia, and you still get engrossed into it, it's like, it really says something about the world building, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, it's so hard to walk that fine line between fantastic and believable, right? Like,
Yeah.
this world
Yeah.
is, this world is, there's like a magic wall inside a magic pyramid that's unlocked by a magic sword. I'm in it. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that setting, okay,
Yes.
that's established. And then you have like, what happens when that gets lost? I totally believe that the post-apocalyptic computer club cult, I totally believe that would happen. Like, in my mind, that's like, that's like exactly what should have happened. And it made sense. So you have the balance of like extreme like this fantastic thing, and also have it make sense in the world. Like, I would have joined that cult, dude.
Yeah.
If I was living in that world, I would have joined that cult. Can you imagine, like, as a person, you live in a world where there's this crazy skull guy who uses magic to just completely wreak havoc, and then on the good side, how is magic used? The court magician is like accidentally burning birds all the time, and I guess magic is used to give one guy muscles. I'm like, no, it's not true magic. You don't need magic. I'm all for computer club.
Yeah, the logic there is pretty awesome. Derek, give me one. Let's start off with one. Give me one of your standout characters for the show that maybe we haven't even mentioned yet, or we have.
You know,
There's a lot to choose from.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna say Orko. Sorry, I really like Orko a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of screen time, but the parts he did, I mean, I instantly liked him because of his puns in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And he was kind of like a magician, but he also was like not very good, but good when it mattered, right? Like, like the first episode when Evelyn did that spell and he blocked it, I was like, dude, that was sick. And then, you know, when he went to and he defended everyone, that was like so Gandalf move, dude. Like, but he actually, well, I don't know if he actually died, but that was cool. Really, he stood out to me. Very interesting too, like his character and how him and Evelyn connecting. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like that moment where he first pulls off that big kind of barrier, right? And then he looks at Lynn and he says, "Hey,
he's
Lynn,
like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it."
It's like someone who's saying, "Hey, look, are you proud of me?" And it's just like you don't expect that.
It was, I know.
I didn't expect that.
That
at
actually
all.
goes into like why I actually think Evelyn is like plotting something, but that's just something
more,
else we
right,
could talk
yeah.
about. Right? I don't think she's. I mean, maybe for her own interest, but I just don't think she's actually on Skeletor's side. But that's just me. But anyways, Orko for me, 100% was a standout character. I loved him. He was great.
You guys have thoughts on Orko? Because I kind of want to transition to Evelyn. There was like a segue there. That I didn't want to step over Derek's. Like, do you guys want to talk about? Orko?
Orko.
I was just gonna say, like, with Orko, it was at that moment where he was like, "Are you proud of me?" Is when you know, he's gonna get killed off, isn't he?
Like,
damn it.
He's dead, isn't he? He's gonna die right here.
Yeah, I actually don't think I'm actually with Derek. I don't think he's dead because like he shackles Scareglow and then like they kind of like
they both vanished.
Yeah,
I mean, they would have saw him, and why wouldn't they have saw him where they were going in heaven if he died?
Like,
right, like, that's kind of weird. Right.
Heaven's for champions, but I get.
Oh, true. You're right. You're right.
I mean,
Mossman wasn't a champion.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
and he became a force.
Well, actually, no. Now that you mention it, when they placed Orko's grave there, a piece of like, remember what Mossman says when he died, he became the forest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you die on Eternia, you become something on Fraternia.
Right.
And when they put his grave there, that's kind of like a confirmation that he did die because he became something on Fraternia. I think that was the explanation, right?
Okay.
So, but then again,
dude, that makes me
know
want
the rule.
part 2 more. Like, I just want to know. I want to know more already.
Yeah, like I said, like the rule is there's no body, therefore there's there's a chance.
That's
right.
But has anyone ever seen Orko's body though?
I've seen his wizard hat and robe.
Yeah, right.
And his arms,
his dark eyes. Yeah, he's definitely
black
blue
mage
skinned.
looking.
That's all we know. Yeah, he's a Lalafell confirmed. I'm just kidding.
Oh, right.
I like Scherzo's thing. He may be forever tangled with death, perhaps. Like he's
that's
what's
kinda
keeping
cool.
death in line in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool
that's
thought.
possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or
Because I
just
guess
comes back
Gatekeeper
just
of
like
the
master
Orko, gatekeeper
mage.
of the underworld.
Oh
Like,
man.
Yeah, right.
Because of you, Death. Easy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Because like Scareglow pretends to be, like unbiased, but you could tell he has like more. He's plotting more for himself.
Right.
So like I like
Right.
that. I like that thought of like keeping death in check.
yes.
Let's go to Evelyn real quick because we did kind of mention her earlier and her role in Orko's development. I didn't see any malice in that at all, which is kind of why I really liked Evelyn. Like, she had that thing. She had that moment where she was like, "That's your parents talking." And I was like, "Whoa, that's way more human than Evelyn should be." Like,
Right.
she's relating to someone that she doesn't have to. Like, she could just get on with the mission. But there's something about those moments she shared with Orko that kind of made her more than just, again, the evil sidekick. Like, she has her own hopes and dreams. Like,
Well,
she
even
talked
with
to
Tila,
Yeah.
that conversation she had with Tila going against before they went against Merman, she was like, it was like Skeletor vanishing, like opened my eyes. Like
Yeah.
I was a fool to follow him for that long. Like I could have had the power myself, Like,
Yeah.
so maybe that's why I feel like that shouldn't have been there for no reason, right?
Yeah.
So that's got to come into play some
Yeah.
point.
Kind of made me wonder
Right.
though, like why didn't she take control?
I think she's biding her time. So I think she doesn't know.
It's love.
Oh
No, I'm
my
kidding.
god. Oh yeah, that whole joke
I
about
would
like.
absolutely hate that.
Dude, that joke about how I'm not the only one carrying a torch. I was like, she nailed Tila so hard with that.
Oh yeah.
Tila was just like,
And
I have
Tila-
no response.
Well, didn't Tila say something like, "Well, at least I don't have Skeletors in my closet" or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't trust her. She has
Like,
she has a
God.
Skeletor in her closet.
Like, Jesus. I mean, that's like next level puns, but that was actually well
It's
done.
really good. Yeah.
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 Oh
The
man.
galaxy brain right there.
Yeah. And huge props. We're gonna say this more in the next few minutes, but like huge props to the casting because Lena Headey as Tila, as Evelyn, all these different wonderful actors.
Yeah. A lot.
Yes.
Really elevated the roles. Like as good as the script sort of was, and like it's sneakily good, the script, because they give us a lot of stuff in a little amount of time and a lot of depth. Like
100%.
it's really good. As good as that was, the performances are what bring the script to your mind, right?
Right.
So it's like, wow. You feel the emotional connection between, again, Evelyn and Orko. There's something that you wouldn't expect.
Dude, like imagine the world has finite energy. All the magic in the world was in that staff that was running it out, and she used it to cheer Orko up by showing him like a little bird.
She
And
gave him
then-
an inspiration die
Yeah,
with her last
Yeah.
and then she was willing to use the rest of it to attack.
to say to help
Scarecrow.
him. Oh my god.
She really tried, right?
You're
and then
right.
She laughed, and I was just like, no, there's no way this girl's evil anymore.
Yeah.
You think
Oh, yeah.
Skeletor
But
was
she
the
took off
one?
The helmet.
You think Skeletor was the one who stopped her from using the magic at that moment? Because he was in the
Probably.
staff the whole time.
As a means of
Possibility.
self-preservation.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Right.
if she spends it and it's out, Skeletor's effectively dead.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's another revelation. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
That's
Revelation
crazy.
within revelations.
Yeah. And speaking of emotional moments, Roboto looks like a duck to me. But
I like that.
his short monologue defending Man-at-Arms, saying like family could be anyone, a surrogate father to a surrogate daughter, trying to find her, being the best parent he could be to a surrogate son. I thought he was talking about Adam, but he was talking about himself as a robot being built by Man-at-Arms, a friend who's dying. Like, Roboto was more human there than a lot of other characters in many more mediums, and even more so than in his death knell speech, where he was like, "I feel, father succeed." Like that wasn't that's supposed to be where you're like, "Wow, he's human, like he's a person."
Yeah.
Bro,
but I felt that
that hit
more
home.
in his
That hit home.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Like he was like, "Oh my god, I'm scared to die." Wait, I'm scared? Oh, I feel something. I feel something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh wow, happy, no sad." Wait.
Because like it's so easy to be like, oh, it's just another droid that's there to help them find
Sacrifice.
the MacGuffin. Yeah, sacrifice. But like, they add a layer to that that's just like, I didn't think I care about this guy, but now I really care. And he said, guys, I felt the feels when he said, "I'm on it." Like he said something like, "I'm on it," and then he said "sister" to Tila, and I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, I was like,
Why did I
I
feel
don't get
something
why
there?
he had to do it though. Why couldn't one of the heroes pick the sword?
The people that's
You're
already
dead
dead.
already. Can't die again, right?
That's actually true, hero. Huh?
And he forged up the sword the first time. Why'd he step out of the room?
Oh,
Right.
I love how Hero was like your analog for like dumb muscly guys. Like he's holding the two swords and he's just like,
And it's like, this doesn't work.
I'm stumped.
This doesn't work.
I don't
Typical Phil Lamar.
huh?
Oh, that's it. That beats me.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so
That's so
subtle, but it's
good.
so funny. Yeah, like there's so many good characters here that we're not going to be able to tackle in this whole episode. But I like, again, I think that's part of what makes Masters of the Universe more than the sum of its parts, more than just a He-Man continuation, because they thrust all these different characters that have been in the background for so long in your face. And you get to appreciate what they bring to the universe. Like, why is Roboto important? He was just built by Man-at-Arms. Oh, because he can actually step up and make a sacrifice that no one else can. Why is this failure of a wizard important? Oh, because he has his own journey to take as well. You know, just like Tila, he needs to step out of his own shadow and self-actualize. Why is Evil Lyn and Beastman villains who were just supposed to be the Utosan, like the person who Skeletor like throws in errands? Why are they important? Beastman, we get layers of Beastman just by him saying "my lady." Like, oh, this dude is loyal like a dog, but in the sense that he will die for you because he knows that he knows that you matter. And that matters to him. So it's like, wow, in him just saying those two lines over and over again, you get so much depth. And again, it's the performance, it's the writing, it's impressive. It's hella impressive.
Oh yeah, and I mean the real big takeaway here is what the show successfully managed to do was take all of these one-dimensional characters, originally one-dimensional characters. You know, your damsel in distress, your token robot character, or rather your Transformers tie-in, let's be real here, your what do you call this, your aging veteran character, like you just take those one-dimensional archetypes and turning them into something more than that. And that's really, I think that's hard. Really one thing. I mean, it's certainly not easy to make it that interesting too, you can do it. I'd imagine, adding a layer to something doesn't necessarily take much effort, but to do it as well as they did in the show, I mean, it's something else entirely. So like I hate to do too many comparisons, right? But especially to the same stuff, but the DC expanded universe, the DC movie verse, like loved in its own way. But it's hard to say that like we got what we needed from that in the sense that Aquaman was great in his standalone movie, but he needed a standalone movie to establish who he was. But Masters of the Universe is able to tell these people's stories without giving them a full-on hour and a half of their own. Their stories are intertwined with each other, which is great because, as with any friendship, your story will intertwine with someone else's story, especially in a journey like this. And they're able to tell that without pushing someone else down to elevate someone else. Like, people would make the argument that Adam was pushed down. But if you look at the story that they told with Adam in Preternia, see how I set that up? They get Grayskull to tell you
that Adam makes this choice. He makes the choice to present him. Everyone in the afterlife gets to choose their form. Right?
Oh, yes.
Adam chose what these other champions consider his lesser form. That sentence alone makes you think, wow, these guys really think highly of themselves as their muscle form, as their All Might form.
Champion self.
They care far less about their less champion self. But Adam knows. Adam is such a good person to know that without Adam, He-Man is nothing. Adam is the core and soul of this journey in itself, because, you know, how many champions weigh themselves on their achievements alone and not the impact they make to other people, right?
I mean, that's absolutely, like, you're absolutely right there. Like, Adam is originally just a one-dimensional musclehead who just, or at least a bumbling idiot until he wielded the
I
sword
tripped over
anyway.
Cringer. Oh.
Yeah, something like that, right? But now he is just the everyman who wants to do the right thing, even if it means losing his turn in paradise to do so. You know? I would not say that it didn't, like, granted he didn't get very much screen time, but I wouldn't say it diminishes his, you know, your interest in him anymore.
If anything, I want to see more of him now because he made this, right?
I think he's dead.
Oh, you think he's dead? You think he's dead?
I mean, like I said, they're setting it up for Tila to become the next champion. So I really think his time's up. He's passing the torch, and that's what's going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can talk about that in the next section. But I still want to talk about these current storylines real quick, and the masterful details, the masterful details that they've given us, because like you said, Elton, there's so many. And Derek mentioned I think one earlier about what was like Castle Grayskull was like a facade this whole time.
Yes.
Like details like that were really what helped build the world for me. And
right.
Since we were
there's a lot of lore, within that,
And since we're talking about the champions, like they didn't have to show us all the other champions, but then you get a feel for those people as well. Like there's so much in this show and in these 5 episodes. So I want to ask you guys, aside from Derek, I know Orko is your favorite storyline and standout character. I want to ask Juancho and Elgin, like, what storylines or characters stood out for you guys? You know, me and Derek already kind of gave our 2 cents as well.
I guess one of the things that caught me off guard about the series as a whole, and this is not necessarily a storyline per se, was the actual politics of Eternia. Like, I was not expecting, like, the king especially to treat Man-at-Arms the way he did.
That was a bit of a jerk move.
I know, totally dick move, right?
Oh my god.
And really dumb if you think about it, because he just basically dismissed his last remaining best warrior besides Tila, who was going to quit anyway. So,
real quick, how much of a jerk was he to Adam during Tila's ceremony too? He was just like, that's parental pride. I hope to feel half of that. I was like, oh my god, that's toxic.
I know, because like Adam has always been depicted as some sort of a fuck, and that's and he's not happy about that, but he doesn't know a thing about what he does. And
what a jerk. Yeah. That's also like,
is a bit,
that's like F-level parenting, man. Like, even if he was like bumbling all the time, that's not how you get the best out of someone in that moment, especially in that moment where you're supposed to be happy for someone else. Like, wow.
Yes.
Wow. Sorry, I'll just keep going with Man-at-Arms.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I will say with a little bit of bias here, Man-at-Arms has always been my favorite character in the entire
badass
universe. So.
Nice.
And watching him do his thing here, like he's probably my favorite character. And I do like his, like, the family ties he has in the story, because I mean, the other thing that really kind of like hurts is the fact that he's still keeping secrets from Tila. The whole thing about Revelations is the Revelations, right? That Tila finds out about how Adam is He-Man and is devastated by that. And she doesn't even know who her mother is. And her mother's actually really important too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, in the context of the original story, all of those secrets were kept from her to protect her. Naturally, I mean that's kind of the given. But little did they know, it actually did more harm than good. And seeing Man-at-Arms wanting to tell her who her mother is, and Evelyn just saying, "Oh no, we don't have time for this."
That was funny. That was funny.
It's really painful.
Yeah.
You know, like when I saw that, I was like, man, come on.
Yeah. Because like
let him have their moment. Come on.
Yeah. And how good of writing is that to make the lie between surrogate father and daughter impactful, right? They could have just shrugged that off. They could have just been like, all right, I forgive you. But it's still a weight that Teal's going to carry. And it's still something that Man-at-Arms has to be regretful of. Because what is the right choice there? Adam is trying to protect Teela, yes. But does Teela need protecting? You know, like, it's the thing of, like, does your friend need protecting? Even though she is probably well capable of handling themselves. But you, as the person with all this secret and all this power, you don't want him to get Peter Parker, Aunt May, and just killed for the sake of getting to you, right? Like, there's weight to that decision on everyone's end, and I like how they're presenting it this way, where it's unforgivable for her, but for them, it's shit. What do I do if I could do it all again? So it's like it's
right.
I really because like me as a person, I don't know what to do. Like it makes me question, like, what would I do? Like, I can't keep secrets from Derek, but if I do tell him, like, he's at risk now of being targeted, like, you know, there's that level of.
You guys are all superheroes. You don't have to tell me. Okay. I get it.
Something that a real superhero would say from his friends that he's keeping a secret from.
Something, the fate of the universe is in the balance. Grr, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
All right, and I recognize that you're mad at me, and you're allowed to be angry, but I have to help you regardless. So I recognize your emotions and feelings, and I support that.
Yeah, that's effectively what Adam said to Teela. Yeah, okay.
I love how anti-toxic their reactions to each other are. Like, it's that new. I'd say new in the sense that, you know, not every parent does it yet. It's that new parenting style of you're allowed to be angry, but you're not allowed to what's that called? Like, you're not allowed to hurt someone because you're angry. Like, you're not allowed to like, you're not allowed to unleash that anger. You're allowed to feel your emotions, but don't take it out on anyone else, because, you know, that's not going to do any good. Like, it's getting to be a healthier perspective, and I like that, because it's better than keep it buried inside. Like,
right. Yeah. Let's see how that worked out. How well that worked out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, you know, choice of Adam's form, Roboto's sacrifice, Man-at-Arms' exile. Eldon, you're talking about Man-at-Arms, and it brings to mind how badass he was, where he did that, like, I don't know if it's Jackie Chan they're referencing, but he's not dropping his cup, but he's fighting every single one of these mofos.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
that was dope. I mean, like, every time you see Man-at-Arms, he's always kicking ass and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like when he defended Castle Grayskull with that giant laser, like,
check
blows
out
up.
the whole front line of that army. God damn, it's just like,
I know.
Please, man.
Yeah, and like, again, I mentioned this in the pre-show. Like, every time I see like Man-at-Arms, the first thing I think of is Uther the Lightbearer, you know, in case you aren't aware, the Warcraft character. Just because he looks so much like him, and in a way, he kind of fills the same role Uther did as a mentor figure, you know? So it's just kind of hard to, you know, distance that. But still, I mean, yeah, he just kicked so much ass. He's an amazing character.
It was amazing to see him do it, and not as I'm taking down these side characters. It was like I'm I'm making sure none of these people get hurt, and I'm gonna look cool doing it. Like
Right.
he didn't just run up to someone and punch him. No, like he finessed the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Watch out, how about you,
mean-
buddy? Sorry, Eldred.
I was gonna say that one scene of the laser. I mean, the stakes were pretty high for him because he was defending the sorceress in the castle,
Yeah,
who is his love interest, so to speak, and
So-
Tila's
yeah.
mother. So, yeah, like it's pretty crazy, you know. Like there was a lot at stake there, but it was cool the way he did it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
He's one man against an army. Like, wow.
right, yeah, absolutely.
Watch out, about you, buddy. Any favorite characters or standout storylines? I'm gonna flip the script there.
Yeah, yeah. My favorite character would be the side character of He-Man.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's
He's only there for a couple of episodes, but he seems pretty important to the plot.
He seems like a good guy.
He seems like
That's
a
so-
good guy.
that's so jarring to hear, isn't it? Like, we're talking about Masters of the Universe. Oh yeah, my favorite character is that side character, He-Man. Like,
He seems pretty important for that like, couple of episodes, though. But he was great. He was great. No, but in all real talk, though, yeah, He-Man definitely.
yeah.
I mean, I came into this after the trailer, and
I need
that was
a
all hype.
hero.
That trailer was all hype. Like seeing He-Man fight Skeletor,
That
and like
song's
that
been like in
entire
so many
fight
things.
where Skeletor punches a portal, and then it comes out a giant,
Like,
bigger
giant
fist.
fist.
Oh, that was so dope. Yeah.
But then He-Man punches that fist, and it actually hurts, and you see Skeletor go, ow.
Dude, his fist folds. Like,
Yeah, he's
right?
like,
And
ah.
I felt it, and like the back and forth. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected to see. So that's what I enjoyed the most, like just that part. Like, and seeing him transform, I was like, oh my god, He-Man is a magical girl. Just a Sailor Moon spin. You see the fur cover his butt. You know, he does it all. It goes like. And then the music plays. I was like,
Yes.
I remember like the old TV show. It's just lightning, bam. He's He-Man. No, we get to see it all. Just spin and everything.
yeah.
You're right. There was that. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
music playing, and when Cringer transforms as well, and they go and they just kick ass, grabs a catapult and throws it, and it's very, yeah, that's what I wanted to see, and I loved it. And then just not only that, his story as Adam in heaven, the afterlife, I love that too. That was great. Like fleshed out. I think they fleshed out Adam so much to see like his home life, like oh he has a supportive mother, his dad's a dick. It's like so easy to go like, oh you know what, Dad? I have the power, man. I'm He-Man. Oh, I was the best ever, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He goes, I have the power, drops the sword like a mic and walks away.
You have that parental moment now, Dad. I was like, and the dad was like, why did he have to banish Man-at-Arms? It's like
Makes
your
no
wife
sense,
too, by
yeah.
the way.
Right.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense from the perspective of I feel betrayed that my most trusted confidant lied to me. But it makes no sense in a tactical, like, wait a second, people are dying. I'm going to send away one of the people that can, one of the only people that can protect
My
me.
guy, you lost your champion. You lost the giant muscle guy who's been saving your ass. And you're going to let go of your greatest general as well.
And the
Great
new
team.
Man-at-Arms,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost like all three of them in that one night.
Yeah.
And his wife, like, knew too. Like, he's probably pissed at her. Like,
Yeah,
and
great
bed at
team.
night. I
That's
can't believe you
true,
didn't tell me,
yeah.
honey.
Great kingsmanship there, and from that guy you get Adam, who's like, oh, in the afterlife he chooses his flea man self, and he's
Flea Man.
still very humble.
Yeah.
The most muscle guy in all of pop culture.
Yes.
Is humble.
How?
I
Okay,
love that.
dude, that's such a good point. Like, this is like you use the word He-Man sometimes in a derogatory term for someone who's, you know, all brawn
He's
and no
he's
brain.
a gym bro. He's a He-Man. He's a He-Man.
And then they show you the person, like, they show you that the He-Man is more heart than anything.
Yeah.
In the sense,
Yeah.
like even in the afterlife, he cares more about the people he's affected than anything else. He's like, why are you guys here? Like that's his concern, because he knows that something must be wrong for them to be looking for this.
Yeah.
So
Right.
and again, they do that with minimal screen time for him. Like, wow.
And he seems so mature for the thing, right? He approaches someone he's wronged in such a mature, non-toxic way.
Yeah.
Right? And even then, he's still like, and also he's still thinking of everyone at home. He's already heavy. He should relax already. But no, he's like, yeah. So He-Man, best side character.
Jeez.
Cannot wait for them to flesh him out more.
Yeah.
Make him the main. Yeah.
I really appreciated how they, how I feel. I think they're building him up to not necessarily like step down, but more of be on par with everyone else, because there's more to him than just I'm the hero that'll save the day. Like I like that, at the very least they've showed us that it's not all about one savior that comes in and makes everything right. It's gonna take a team. It always will take more than one person to wrong these rights. To right these wrongs, sorry. So I like, at the very least, that's what we've seen so far. And I really appreciate that. So, we've talked about all the fun stuff, the storylines and all that. I want to mention one thing I noticed. In the Snake Mountain flashback, when He-Man pulls Teela out of the pit, because she got caught by a trapdoor, which is the most hilarious 80s thing ever, next to a vat of acid, and skulls and bones floating out. She got caught by a trapdoor. He and Teela do that combo move where he whips her and she's like the end of the whip and kicks the lizard dude. I don't know his name. He's kicks him in the face. I love how she flips the script in Preternia and whips Adam around. Yeah. I love that. That's a bit of a callback that you might not even notice, because it's a callback to a flashback. It's like another Inception.
He did it with Andra too, though.
With who?
Yeah.
With Andra, when they actually confronted him again, but it was with Andra.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She also whipped him and he kicked. She was like, I guess I would support Wanto's thing about our theory about her becoming the next He-Man, because she was actually He-Man in that sense. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I like that. I like that these people learn from each other in a sense.
Yeah,
It's not just, oh, that's his signature move, I'm not gonna do the rock bottom. No. It's not wrestling rules. These people grow and develop, and they learn. Like Skeletor finally learned that you could stab someone in this universe and win.
Yeah.
So
with the sword of Grayskull too.
Sometimes the best magic is just a knife, dude.
Yep.
Oh man,
I just cast fireball. I cast knife.
Oh man. Yeah, again, so many details, so all these masterful jokes and details and storylines. Where they lead, we don't know yet. I hate to speculate too much, because some people, when you speculate, you kind of create a firm conclusion for yourself that you disillusion when it doesn't come true, right? So how I want to frame this, guys, is what would be fun for you to see in the next half, or hopefully subsequent seasons of Masters of the Universe? What would be fun stuff that you want to explore or see, whether it's a combo move or a whole storyline? What's something that you that you'd love to see?
I have one. In the same vein of I just wanted to see He-Man become more He-Man, the He-Man. I want all of them to just hold hands, and then He-Man goes we have the power, and they all become.
Oh.
So Eternia's communist now. Gotcha.
I thought you were going to go so much more badass than that, but no.
We have the
I was
power,
expecting
and Orko comes back and he's Jack too.
I was expecting a Shazam moment. That's what you were comparing it to, right? They split and it's just but sure.
Dude, everyone,
wow.
dude, the the wizard lady in Castle Grayskull also gets buffed. Just like, oh, can you imagine
Or
that?
Orko becomes Orko, just literally Orko now.
Voiced by Macho Man Randy Savage for some reason.
Oh yeah, magic
Ooh,
time.
Beastman becomes freaking Hulk Hogan. Today, brother, I'm gonna whip you and I'm gonna hit you good.
Everyone gets a He-Man transformation. That's what I want to see.
Oh, you just want everyone to power up, reach their final form.
I want She-Ra to be there. I want She-Ra to transform, then also get that He-Man transformation.
So you want her to get the Shishirara?
The She-Ra-Ra.
She-Ra
Man.
She-Ra, man.
Oh
my
God.
What about Roboto? What's gonna happen to him?
Roboto too.
Dude, Roboto's gonna find his his extra armor, and he's
He turns into the Iron Giant type, and just like gets big.
You stay, I go.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna end up happening.
He gets more feelings too with the muscle.
Superman.
Yeah. Oh man, we just wrote the rest of the timeline, guys.
There you go.
You heard it here
Kevin
first.
Smith,
TM.
you're
We
welcome.
have the
TM.
power.
Yeah.
so
We have
does
the power
Evil Lyn
TM.
become like Evil Lest? Like what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good.
Oh god.
Good Lyn.
Dude, that's how you fight Skelegod, dude. Just everyone.
Oh my God! I just realized Evil Lyn is Filipina. Because we add Lyn to everything, every female name.
God. Oh my God. No.
Oh god.
Yikes.
Oh my God.
Please stop.
Evil.
You know, but I actually like that theory, though. To be honest, that they all at one point, what if they all hold the sword at the same time and say it? I mean, that'd be kind of
Just
sick.
hold
To be
hands,
honest,
dude.
Just hold hands.
hold hands.
man.
Yeah, sure. It's like one.
Share the power. I mean, we saw there's more than enough power, to boost someone. So.
Right.
It's the entire magic system, right? It's the entire magic of the entire world. Entire universe.
So basically, what you're saying is Masters of the Universe should just steal the ending from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Oh my
God! Even with the dance off, too.
Dude, yeah. If you give me a dance battle between the Masters of the
Skeletor,
Universe,
He-Man.
yeah, Skeletor, He-Man.
And then Roboto's just there too, just the back.
Do the robot. Yeah, just do the robot.
Yeah.
And then his song plays Domo Arigato, Mister.
That's the trailer. That's it.
This is going way off the rails here.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Oh
God.
He brings
Oh,
up the
man.
hammer hand.
What happened? Well, we haven't even talked about though too. The sorceress is still alive, right? She's just weak.
She's just somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's why
there,
she
yeah.
gets some of that power too, dude.
giant eagle, just like, just like
Oh
a
my God.
phoenix,
No,
dude. She turned into a phoenix.
wings.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Did we
Man,
see the sorcerer?
that's a joke.
Oh, sorry. Go.
I was gonna say only Man at Arms can make that joke. You've seen
Yeah, I
guns,
know,
like-
right? I like you can rub it off with skirts and it becomes man at army, dude. Just like multiple fucking people. Just
He has like 15 laser cannons strapped to his back. You know?
Oh,
Right.
epic.
Now you're all thinking about it. How you all want it, dude. You
Oh
all want
my
it.
God.
I mean, dude, theoretically, dude, let's talk. Sorceress was insanely powerful. Like, goddamn.
She held
Like,
off
yeah.
a whole army.
Dude, she held off everybody.
She held off time.
Oh my God. She held off time.
She held off time to stop a nuclear
Let's-
bomb.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of on par for someone who's the custodian of all the magic in the universe.
Yeah,
if you will.
right.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
She held
yeah.
off time.
In the same vein, she got tricked by Skeletor with a mask. So.
That's true.
Also true. Yeah.
I mean, you can't win them all. Oh my God, that's
And
hilarious.
have all
Skeletor
the
was thinking-
power, right? I guess. Yeah.
Like, I wonder if Skeletor was thinking, oh wow, that shit worked.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I've done this a million times, and that shit finally worked. You know?
Done the Scooby-Doo thing, apparently. You know?
I mean, like, on some level, I appreciate that he got smarter. Yeah, like,
Right, of course.
yeah, like,
Did he get smarter? Was that a smart plan?
I mean,
It wasn't
biding his
just dumb
time.
luck.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. At least he's Skelegod now, so
Yeah.
doing something right.
That's progress. That's progress.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's especially considering where he came from, right? Like,
yeah. Getting.
What was his plan from the beginning? Like he was gonna tap the nuke and be like, just get everything. Like,
Oh, that's a
he
good
wanted
point.
the power for himself, but I think in a last ditch, well, if I can't have it, no one can, and one thing led to another. I think
Yeah.
is what happened there. That's what I took from it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it makes Adam's sacrifice that much more impactful, I guess. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of impact, guys, we've talked about what we want to see in the future. Actually, no, let's talk about Derek and Elgin. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to see in the
Uh-oh.
future?
I
mean, it's just, I guess the one thing we're probably gonna end up seeing is like Evelyn's second heel turn, if you
Mhm.
will, like the heel turn towards Skeletor, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I mean that'd be cool to see, I guess, but beyond that, I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
Like, what's one fun thing you want to happen? It doesn't have to be as ridiculous as everyone hulking out.
I know, right? You see, it's really hard for me to tell because like I can kind of already see what's gonna happen in some capacity. Like I said, well, or at least I speculate anyway. You know, Teela's becoming the next champion. Evelyn's gonna have another heel turn. Teela and Andra are actually gonna be a couple at some point.
Ooh, okay.
Like,
So the torch for Adam isn't exactly burning bright anymore. Okay.
well, because to be fair, he's gonna die, so who cares, right? So he's gonna move on. And then beyond that, like, it's hard to tell. Like, I can kind of already see the writing on the wall for some of the plot lines, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I want to see, you know?
Okay.
I mean, Wancho's idea was pretty good too. Like,
Everyone holds
I wanna
hands.
see that.
Everyone holds hands.
Sure, why not?
I
We'll
want
go
to
with
see
that.
it now. That's
Yeah. If I did it before, but
fucking we are the power. We man.
Yeah.
That's it.
we man.
Oh,
He's like 5 feet tall. Wait, 3 feet tall.
Wee
man.
man.
3 feet tall.
oh, dear.
Derek, I want to go
Yeah.
to you, but I always go last. So I want to end with you. One thing I do want to see is, aside from more of Eternia in general, I want to see more of the Crystal Sea. There's something so cool about it to me that there's crystals everywhere, but there's also water, and you know what exactly that means. That I want to find out like what the magic is there, and
So you
not
want
ice.
to see it more, is what you're saying.
yeah, as a
Right.
man who wants to see things, I guess you call me a sea man.
Sure. Go on.
No, there's just something about that area for me that looks really cool and
Yeah. I agree.
mysterious. That I don't want everything explained. Like, don't spoon feed me like the origins of the Crystal Sea, and it's just like some boring ass. Someone touched the crystal and everything spread. Like, I just want to know more about like the magic behind it, because yeah, that's not something you see in every high fantasy thing. You don't see crystals and water go together too often. So there's just something so cool about that for me.
Harold, ice is a crystal.
Sorry, what?
Ice is a crystal.
Oh, see, is that where ice comes from? Is it ice? Like, no, yeah, it's just really, it's just really cool to me, and how much of that is Merman's domain? You know, like I want to know
Right.
more about that area. How about you, Derek?
I mean,
Oh, sorry, Elton.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, there's probably a whole civilization down there too. if you think
Yeah,
about it.
right.
King of
Like
something,
Atlantis
right?
or something. right?
Yeah, right.
Romantic.
Anyway.
I definitely want to see a lot more kind of the different races throughout Eternia for sure. Like maybe there's more than merman and more than giant ogre looking things. I definitely would love seeing more of that. Just kind of show you how big the universe of Eternia actually is.
Mhm.
I actually really enjoyed like if they end up calling off He-Man, I did like the fact that they had kind of moments where Teela would remember back to a mission or a job she had with He-Man.
The campy stuff.
That was like the lesson for the story. That was kind of cool because you got to see it play out with He-Man, right? So you get He-Man a little bit and you get to see what he, that's very mentory. So I like that. I would love to see more of that for sure. I wanted more Cringer, honestly. I didn't get a lot of Cringer.
Oh, yeah.
It was sad to not see him that much. He kind of just chilled with Sorceress like the whole time. I'm just like, okay.
Make Cringer want to transform. Make him grab the sword with his teeth, and he transforms by himself. And he tries.
He transforms already.
Yeah, but I want him to have
himself?
the sword. He just
So and then Cringer becomes a Dark Souls boss because of that.
Or he becomes that Pokemon with the wolf with the sword in his eye.
Yeah.
I think this is a fitting name for him though too. Like he's literally like he just cringes at everything. He's just like the noise. And let's make him not Cringer. I want to see him do something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see more Cringer. Potentially more Sorceress, or if it's like a mantle that gets passed down or something. Love to see that.
I think that's what they're hinting. I think that's part of what they've been hinting at with Tila as well, like the 3 feather tattoo thing over her head. Like, I think that's
right.
Because I know in the original series that they've always talked about Tila's destiny becoming a sorceress or the sorceress of Grayskull. So
I see.
I want to see if that's like a set in stone destiny, or if that's like a break your destiny kind of destiny. Like break the cycle.
Right. I mean, you had that one line too. Is that from Man at Arms that said, "No, you don't understand. You have," and it cuts it off.
Yes, that's I think that's part of what he's trying to tell.
So,
aside from just being
the
sorceress's daughter, there's like a destiny that waits her. And I want to see where they take it. That's actually a great point. Like, is she like, does she have free will? Like, is she in control of her own destiny? I think that's another great storyline that they could explore.
They kind of did that already, right? Like, she was kind of destined to be Man at Arms. She's Man at Arms' daughter. She broke away from that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So, like,
true.
is there like another level to that, right? Where she breaks all expectation of being the sorceress. I like that. Like, and that's. I think that's a common thread we've said here on the Geekcast in the past, Elgin, is if a show gets you thinking about these different possibilities, if any medium, whether it's a book, a show, a movie, a game, gets you thinking about like what you want more out of it and where these different branches could lead, I think that's what marks a good thought-provoking series or thought-provoking story is... You're invested so much that you want to see all these different things, and I think that's what we're getting from Masters of the Universe. Something that could have easily have been, unfortunately, what was the 2008 remake, where it was kind of largely, it was seen by some, I guess you'd call fans or hardcore people, and also like a new generation on Cartoon Network, but largely in the pop culture sense, fairly ignored.
Right.
I mean, it was ignored enough that it's not canon right now. So, I think what they gave us with Masters of the... I keep stuttering now because I want to get to the end of my point. I want to talk faster. What they gave us, personally, for Masters of the Universe Revelation is all this possibility. And I really appreciate that because, it could have easily have just been us right now talking about how they blew it. And, part 2 could have just been... Derek and Wancho, something that we never explored again, like Swamp Thing, unfortunately, as well. Even though we said we'd give it another episode, you get my point now, right? Is like, it could have easily have just been that. But right now we're just like, oh, what's part 2 got for us? Does Adam die? Does Tila survive? Like, does Tila become like? I like this feeling. I really like this feeling, and we. As much geek stuff we're getting nowadays, like you don't get that with every single thing. So it's
right.
Like
right.
You get the volume,
good,
but but certain qualities are, make things stand out. So I like this. I like feeling this way for a property. So guys, I've said a lot. You guys have said amazing quality opinions and insights, but. At the end of the day, we like to give things a rating here on Quit Stalling and I guess the world. Out of 10 power swords is our rating today. hopefully I don't blow it. Okay, Elgin, how this works is usually I give like a thing we rate it out of, like power swords or vests with pockets. Usually we don't go with the first thing I say and someone in the chat comes up with something better, so I think that might happen again today. But out of 10 power swords, 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, what would you guys give part 1? Again, part 1. We'll probably do like a full season and part 2 as separate ratings when they come out. But for Masters of the Universe Revelation part 1 specifically, what is your rating, guys? And I'll give you a couple of seconds to think, because I wanna explore this a little bit real quick as you guys are thinking. So what we're gonna do here, we'll give our thoughts on part 1's rating. We'll end up giving our thoughts on part 2's rating, and those will be those won't inform how we feel about season 1 as a whole, because when we give our rating for season 1, it has to be as a whole season. You get what I mean? Like, we won't say, oh, we add part 1 and part 2 and average them out. No. We'll see that from a fresh lens of season 1 as a whole turned out being bad or turned out being good because by the end it didn't pick up the momentum, or part 1 ended up being a setup for failure, or the opposite, where part 2 like totally carries everything, but part 1 ends up falling short by comparison. So like we'll end up viewing season 1 as a whole later on. So with that being said, for just these 5 episodes, let's start with Derek. Derek, buddy, on a scale of 1 to 10 power swords, how many would you give Masters of the Universe Revelation uno para todos?
I'm gonna give it a 7, I think.
Ooh, okay, go hit us.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Like, it wasn't crazy, like, oh man, like, I mean, it was really good, but I don't think enough to push me to an 8.
Okay.
9 is like cap for me. I don't usually rate anything 10. There's always usually something you can improve on, like I always say. But 7 is pretty high for me. I think it was enjoyable. I was able to sit and I wanted to binge it. There was a lot of times where, like I said, some things weren't as what I expected, which is probably why it's a 7 and not an 8. Mm-hmm. Just not seeing He-Man as much, just because I was kind of looking forward to see a little bit more, just because I never got to back in the day. But 7 for sure. I enjoyed it, and I think it's a great show. The story was amazing. Easy 7 for me.
Excellent. How about you, Wancho?
Yeah, around a 6 or a 7 for me too.
Excellent.
I thought it was a good show. Like, it was average. It's the thing. That's the thing, right? It's not what I expected. Especially, I don't know. I felt kind of misled by the trailer, just because the trailer was so fantastic and just like,
oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Giant hand fist thing. I thought that was how it was going to be the entire time, and it wasn't. But I guess that's why we're not supposed to expect things, right? Maybe that's why I shouldn't be watching.
Never
trailers.
Meet your heroes.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just, like I said, my favorite character was He-Man, and the fact that he was in like 2 of the episodes, really, that's what kind of got me. And I wanted more He-Man and Skeletor because I loved their banter. I loved it. I loved the cheese. I wanted more cheese. It felt a lot more serious than cheese, right? Mm-hmm. And I was expecting cheese, but then I got something more in my face. But so it was a great story. I love the world. Honestly, if the world is a 10 out of 10, like it's believable. The magic is great. Like, I want to see more stories off the world. Mm-hmm. But as the first part, like, because I wasn't really into He-Man or anything, but it's sort of a pop culture icon you have to know about.
Yeah.
As my introduction to it, I'd give it a 6 or a 7.
Okay, that's great.
Definitely want to go into the world.
Yeah. How about you, Elgin?
Man, yeah. I mean, you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head. A 7 is fair. I don't think. I mean, I think it's fair because, let's be real here. There were expectations that were, I wouldn't say not met, but they were just kind of subverted. We had there's a huge subversion of expectations because we were expecting He-Man and Skeletor, but we got something else entirely. But that doesn't mean what we got was bad or or horrible. Right. I genuinely did enjoy the show. And honestly, I don't have very many caveats to that statement. I'm just it's a fine watch. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's like a mind-blowing, you must watch this kind of thing. Even as someone who has some experience with the Masters of the Universe IP in general, like there. I mean, let me put it to you this way. In my opinion, as far as like Netflix animation is concerned, the gold standard for me is Castlevania.
Ooh,
Where
Yes.
if you've never
Yeah.
watched if you've never watched Castlevania, that's my 10 out of 10, and I highly recommend you go watch it right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Masters of the Universe is a fun watch, but I wouldn't put it at that level. I wouldn't say go out and watch it.
Oh yeah.
But if you do end up watching it,
Although
if you
that's a bit of an unfair comparison because Castlevania's finished and no one liked the first. Like, it's not like no one liked the first season. The first season was short.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! The first season got me pumped for movie.
Mhm. Oh,
I'm
yes,
not
yes,
saying
yes.
episode, I was like, "Dang, let's go."
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, like
wait, we need more
Yeah.
right now. Like, how many episodes was the
Mhm.
first? Sorry, how many episodes was
3, I think.
Oh my god.
it was really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll keep going.
I came in late though too, so yeah, I'm with Elgin and Quancho
Yeah.
on the Castlevania thing.
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
But like I said, like with Castlevania, that blew me the hell away, and that's like my 10 out of 10 right there. So, Masters of the Universe, it was good, but it certainly didn't blow me away like Castlevania did. So
Yeah.
yeah, 7 out of 10 is fair.
Excellent. 7 out of 10. Is this the purple? We'll call this the purple half of the sword.
Yeah. Yeah,
Purple,
I like
the
that.
Subternia.
No, it should be the
Purple
good one because the second half's going to be about Skeletor, right? Which is like the power, like the dark.
I'm thinking more of
It's gotta
a
be
order
this
of we
one.
saw it. I'm thinking of the
Okay,
order we
true.
saw. Like we went to Subternia first, and then we're
True.
gonna go to
Okay,
Preternia.
I like that.
So we'll do the
All right,
purple.
all right,
yeah.
all right.
So 7 out of 10 for Wancho, Derek, and Elgin. I'm gonna break the mold here. I think this is the first time me and Derek haven't been within 2 points of each other, or within 1 point of each other. For rating, I'm gonna give this a 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely liked it, yeah.
Sorry. No, my pop filter's falling now. Oh, there we go. Okay. I broke the pop filter with all this power. No, I really appreciated this, and I don't know if you guys could tell over the past hour and a half or so. I really enjoyed what this brought to the table with all the subtext, with all the explanation. Like, it didn't do the same job that Castlevania did of explaining the lore. But it did give us, like, at the very start, it told us about the conflict. They had those retro posters of He-Man at the very start with the setting of, this is the fight between good and evil, between the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and Skeletor's forces, Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. It gave you all of that within the first 2 minutes, and then it went off into its adventure, which, again, I guess I'm seeing this as well from a writer's perspective of how difficult it's my pop filter just started swinging around. I see this as from the perspective of how difficult the challenge of writing this as well is, and being able to tell the story so concisely in five episodes of a first part. Did I wish that they released all episodes so people could stop judging it for the 5 episodes alone? And I get that there's a lot of backlash of people's expectations of seeing more He-Man, and the fact that they use the flashbacks to give us more He-Man, which, as a writer, I personally enjoyed, because you're not giving us present-day He-Man, but you're giving us enough to want more of him in the future, more of Adam in the future. That's a really tough line to balance. But at the same time, they give us enough funny moments, which is, again, another difficult thing to do, while referencing the old show, while bringing in a new feel for this show that allows you to explore different branches for the future. I love that this 5-episode arc sets up something more, and doing so in a way that, again, hadn't been done in the past, where the villain wins midway through. How does this unfold? Your hero that supposedly was the hero for the longest time is mortally wounded, and you have these other what were side characters step up to find themselves. Like that in 5 episodes is a feat, and 30-minute episodes, I might add. So all of that being said, with every single nuance that they were able to give us, yes, I wish there was more. I wish they released everything in season 1 right now, because it's physically jarring for me that people are jumping the gun on the show as a whole based on a part 1. It's like listening to the first 5 tracks of a music album and out of 10 and being like, oh, this album sucks, but they actually save the best for last. And that's like the singles are the singles that are big bangers are at the end, kind of a thing. I'm rambling now at this point, but I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. 9 Subternia swords out of 10, because they've set up so much in a great narrative arc. They've given us the past, the present, and a look at the future with Skella God. And Elgin, you were, I think, on your level of excitement with season 1's Castlevania ending and wanting you to have more. That's the same feeling I got from Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1, where I can't wait to see where they take this, because the expectations, while subverted, have not been done so in the same negative light that Hollywood has recently done in the direction of Star Wars and unfortunately Game of Thrones. It's not the same feeling for me. And I'm actually very optimistic with how they've played this, and I can't wait to see more. That's my main point, is like, give me more now, because the writing is just ringing true to me. Even though, again, I haven't seen every episode of He-Man. I've seen, I think, at the most 6 of the original series.
Same, probably.
Yeah. But that alone has carried my nostalgia into this, and this
100%.
Revelation Part 1 has run with it, if I can use an analogy. Like, they've taken the ball and they've run with it. So yeah, 9. Yeah. So I think on average that gives us a 7.3. So 7.25.
Wow, you computed that.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. So,
oh, you're getting a calculator.
21 plus 9 is 30. 30 divided by 4 is... Hold on, where's the calculator?
We have all the powers.
7.5. Sorry, that's a 7.5 from all of us. And again,
nice,
that's just
man.
part 1.
Right, just part 1. Part 1.
I can't wait to see the rest of this, and I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys, because, at the end of the day, it's a human experience, and I feel like we are all masters of our own universe. I'm just trying to say, like, the super cheesy dialogue that people say at the end of movies.
We have the power, man. We have the power.
You guys want to hold hands? You guys want to hold hands?
No,
Derek, do it. Derek, summon the power. I'm holding Launch's hand.
Here we go, guys. Send the hand, hold it. Come on. Come on.
I got you. I got you.
We have power. Switch our mic. We just all change.
Ooh. Yeah. You guys want to do that as the intro for our part 2? Part 2 episode? I'd be down for that.
Oh my god.
But hopefully we don't lose the power in the world, because
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose half or like all of our audience when we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just lost the power, guys.
Yeah, right. We just lost all the power in the world.
Oh, shout out to Heisengard in the chat.
Hey,
hey
Heisen Gold.
All right. So yeah, that's it from us. I love that you guys enjoyed the series. Not as much as I have based on our ratings, but the fact that we were able to share these certain, these opinions, these moments of like, oh yeah, that was a good one. Oh man, that was epic. Like,
right.
I love that we could all get together and do this. And Elgin, I really appreciate you staying up so late for us. Like, I don't mean that lightly.
Thanks,
I really
man.
do appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
And I can't wait to watch more of these in the future alongside you guys. I hope you guys had fun in the trivia part. I hope that wasn't too...
Yeah, fun is a great term for that. Yeah. Great term, Harold.
Not the word I would use, but sure.
Yeah,
that is
sure.
I am a man too. All right, I may not have a prefix to my man. I am a man too. I am a sensitive man.
He's the Herald.
You're
Oh my god.
Orko,
Don't
that
give
was
him
bad.
ideas.
Orko, that was bad.
Orcho.
Just keep going.
should we?
So we got Herald over here, Orcho over there.
Oh, should we do that for our name tags next time too? For our name.
D-Man? Oh, sure, I'll take it.
D-Rex. D-Rock. Elgin would be Spanish. Elgin would be El-Jin. The genie.
Jin at arms.
Am I like the man version of Evil Lynn now? Elgin.
Elgin.
I'll be Sensitor.
Sensitive.
Oh, okay. Oh
That'd
my
be
gosh.
the bad puns. Like, who does the bad puns? Andra? Andra does the puns. So I'm Sandra.
Dandruff.
Dandruff. Making it snow with my puns and my dandruff.
Oh no! I'm sorry I said anything.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Yeah, guys.
where were we?
Guys, thank you so much for doing this. So let's end the show here. Let's hold on. Let me bring up the leaderboard as well, real quick. I'm summoning it. Okay. So yes, thank you to everyone who's tuned in. So Human Panda was up in here. First time in a long time. I miss Human Panda. Human Panda is also someone who enjoyed the series. He was messaging us on Discord last night, talking about it. Actually, let me bring that up. So he's saying, wait, where is that? I loved it, and as a newbie, I really want Netflix to add the classic, which is, for those of you who don't know, is actually on YouTube. YouTube.com/He-Man has all those episodes up. They're not in order. But if you just search the episode name and He-Man, it's there. It's really like they did a poor job of uploading those, but yeah, that's fine. He says this whole just 5 episodes is really annoying me though. I want more. When are new episodes coming out? So if they what I told him is if they follow the Voltron Legendary Defender release that they did for Netflix, it's anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Because they like to do it so that there's not too much of a gap in between seasons. So
by the end of 2021, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it's like a December banger along with like Witcher or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'd be good. Yeah.
Like having 2 things to watch in the holidays. That like man.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot. Isn't Hawkeye supposed to be in December as well?
Yes.
Yeah. And the Miss Marvel shows at the end of, or excuse me, Ms. Marvel or the Marvels show December, but I don't know if that's the 10. That 10 might be tentative date.
Ms. Marvel is separate from the Marvels. The Marvels is the movie, the sequel to Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's good. I thought I had it right the first time. I just had to make
you
sure.
did.
But yeah, that says like
it.
end of 2021. We might have a lot of bangers at the end.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
So wait, this Miss Marvel series, is it Captain Marvel or Kamala Khan?
Kamala Khan, baby.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Kamala
It's
Khan.
gonna be Disney Plus. All right, guys. Thank you to L.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you to L_Dras, another master of the universe. Zarky. Oh, my buddy Zarky from my rating team. Hey, Zarky. Under the Bridge Productions. Dave Nemesis. Noi2504. Drew the Mama. Azuva White. A Papi. Corman 211. Joan Taz is a lady. And Derek, of course, our subscribers who are faithful and ever loving. Francis was here. Love Francis.
Yes.
Francis, did you watch it yet? What did you think? Francis. Derek, who are the rest of our subs? Real quick, just go.
The rest of our
rapid
subs,
fire
who is
down.
sitting on top of the throne, obviously is yes, Francis. Then we have Bimo King of Fu at number 2, of course.
Ooh.
Close at 33. I thought last month or the last sub it showed 35, but I could be wrong. So watch out, Francis.
I think it was 32, and then it came up to 33.
Oh, did it
after
go
the
up to
sub.
33? Okay,
Yeah.
got you. And then third, we have Human Panda 22, of course. Going down the list, we have Miko P, Nerf Diva, Sensei Humor, Notorious KGM, InstaDZ, Nope_plays, Ion Hammer Stream, Wisa is, Neo Gear, Booty Knight, Silfox, Denunci, The Fury Bot, King Tiger 105, Numali, Zeppy Buns, and of course, not the least, It's Mark Lester B. Also, guys, we just really appreciate it if you guys are just hanging out in chat, lurking, chatting with us, giving us your insights. We appreciate it.
We've had a spike of downloads of all the episodes when they were uploaded. So thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
Thank you guys. Listen to us while you're washing the dishes. What else? Cooking. That's how I listen to my podcast. You know, I used to work
watching
out,
the show. Power washing.
Oh, Lenasaur with the sub. Thanks, Lenasaur.
No, it's Heisengard gifting 5.
Oh my gosh.
Heisen 5. You have all the power in the world, my friend. You have it all.
Dang, Derek, shout out each of these people. There's 5 of them.
Oh my God.
What is it to you, Harold?
Harold plays. Congratulations.
Harold plays. Lenasaur tearing it up. Funky. Dude, those are all people that well deserve it too. That's awesome, man.
Oh my
Funky 32 is my mod, so that's amazing. And TT got one. That's awesome. Lenasaur is awesome too.
Hi.
Oh, man, Skirzo got one. Scherzo got a sub and
Skirzo, let's
the win last week, man. This is a good month for him.
Yeah, right.
Skirzo, let's remind Wancho who his favorite Marvel Studios character is. Let's Skirzo, spam with me.
Oh, yes.
Gotta remind Wancho who his favorite
his
hero
favorite
is.
villain. Yeah,
It's been a while since I thought of Iron Fist. Thanks for reminding me. It's been a while. I've been in a good place in my life.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, Wancho, again, your DC comparison to how they pulled this off in Masters of the Universe, dude, top notch comparison, man. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, we're gonna end the show here.
All right.
Our lovely guest, Elderjin himself. Elderjin, where can everyone at home find you when you're not giving us your wonderful thoughts here on the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast?
Or on GameBite for that matter.
What is this GameBite? Every when is this GameBite? Oh, actually, we haven't done GameBite in a while.
But hey, every once in a blue moon on a Wednesday, you might find me on GameBite. It's the same channel on Wednesdays, but it's at 9 p.m. Philippine time? Is it?
Something like that? I don't remember. It was 9:30 p.m. Philippine.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
There you go. 9:30 p.m. Manila time. There you go. But when I'm not on GameBite or Quitstalling, for that matter, you can find me at my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Elderjin. I like GameBite. I haven't streamed in quite a bit, but if you do see me stream, I'm probably gonna be streaming Destiny.
Ooh,
New World
yes.
looks really cool.
Stream
it's
some
been,
New
it's
World.
It's been bricking a lot of graphics card, I hear. Graphics cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I have a 2070, so I'm gonna take my chances.
I've heard the same.
Yeah, it was 3090s. I think we're getting bricked.
Yes.
Yeah. Yikes.
And then
big yikes.
I think one of the companies is like, oh yeah, we'll replace your brick graphics cards. Rich people who can afford 3090s.
Right?
No, right?
Those people don't even care. They're just like, I'll buy another computer. It's all good.
No, they probably have the second one ready already.
Yeah, they're just like, oh,
yeah.
Let me get my backup 3090 in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably take a year before it actually gets to you because there's a global shortage in graphics cards, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Oh man, Wancho, where can everyone at home find you when you're not on the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast?
So you can find me at my Twitter, which is at John Papillion. I've been tweeting kind of a lot lately. I don't really stream, but I like to guest on people's streams sometimes.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Derek, if you're playing Pokemon Unite more, you'll probably see me there. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, that's it. What about you, Derek?
Oh, sorry, I had the screen blacked out for a second. I was like, whoa. Yes, you guys can find me right here down below at Sense of Humor on Twitch as well. I stream pretty much every day except the weekends. But yeah, I play a lot of scary games. Pokemon Unite is probably something I'm going to be streaming a lot more of. But nonetheless, do have scary games. There's like Phasma, Ghost Hunter Corps, a lot of fun stuff. I like to try a lot of different things. So you guys can see me on there. Of course, all the other socials are also Sense of Humor, except Twitter with an underscore. And thank you. And of course, last but not the least, Harold, where can they find you, baby? And he's gone.
You guys can catch me at Herald Plays on Twitter and on Instagram. And, you know, you'll see me put out content here and there. And, of course, here on twitch.tv/quitstalling. I can't do this without my lovely co-hosts, without my friends who make this such a special experience every single time. When I'm feeling down and Reddit is telling me what I watched is crappy, I talk to them and they say, no, it was less crappy. So it wasn't as crappy as they say. No, I really do appreciate getting to hang with you guys. It sucks sometimes when we try to hold back from talking in our chat groups right after we watch it, but I'm glad that we get to do this at least, and get to do it face to face and hang out. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone in the chat, like Heisengard, who gifted those subs.
Thank you.
Heis, appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing all this, and thank you to Skirtso as well, who's been chatting us up all day. Francis as well, HP Human Panda, and everyone else. Phil Fox. I think Bimo was here as well earlier. Yeah, everyone. You guys are amazing. I'm sure I've missed at least one person because I saw a bunch of people. Funky was here as well. Derek.
Thank you, Funky.
Yeah, you guys are all
Joe's
awesome.
here a little bit. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you guys so much. That's it. That's it from us. We'll see you guys next week. Derek.
Wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Derek, buddy. You got me on
sir.
this. Take us away.
All right. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the show once again. But next week, you can find us. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, by the power of Grayskull, we have the power!
Hold hands.
Hold hands.